They thought we wasn't paying attention. Yeah. Yo, Imani, talk your talk. Facts, facts. I came with receipts, I ain't come to play. Expose every lie they've been selling all day. Head held high, I ain't ducking no smoke. Truth hit harder when the system broke. Talk to 'em. I came with receipts, every file got names. Everybody loud till accountability came. We ain't moving in fear, we applying that heat. Better tighten up now, cause I brought the receipts. Let's go, let's go. See the cameras flash when the hearings start. Whole room shook when they spoke from the heart, trying to cut me off, now I claim my time. Every interruption just exposed the crime. History long, but the memory longer. Pressure make diamonds, pressure make stronger. You can twist headlines, spin every thread. Can't rewrite facts when the truth been said. Everybody gangster behind that desk. To the numbers show the public been stressed. Families hurting while they paint pretty pictures. Meanwhile, pockets getting thin about a minute. Facts. Don't stop capping quick gas like games. People buy eggs with a pocket full of change. You can fake statistics on a PowerPoint slide, but the checkout line don't never lie. Who gon' speak? We will. Who gon' fight? All night. Who gon' stand when they kill our rights? We will, we will. I came with receipts, I ain't come to play. Expose every lie they've been selling all day. Head held high, I ain't ducking no smoke. Truth hit harder when the system broke. Let's ride. Let's ride. I came with receipts, every file got names. Everybody loud till accountability came. We ain't moving in fair, we applying that heat. Better tighten up now, cause I brought the receipts. Courtrooms echo, but the streets hit louder. Every bad ruling made the movement prouder. Take one vote, then we register 10. Built from the block, let the people win. Can't silence voices born from struggle. Built these dreams through pain and hustle. Grandma marked so could speak, now I'm 10 toes down every single week. Every chapter got another revelation. People waking up across the nation. Ain't no crime without confrontation. Truth is the spark for transformation. Wake up, ain't about left, ain't about right. It's about wrong hiding under bright lights. Question everything, don't question names. Power belongs to the people, not fame. If they tell you hush, if they tell you wait, move now. If they tell you quit, if they shut one door, if they shut one door, build more doors. Look. Look, I don't need permission. I was born with a mission. Every generation got a choice. I'm choosing resistance. Feel like a weapon, mic like a torch. Truth keep burning till it let the hope pour. Kingdoms fall when the people unite. Darkness disappear when they turn on the light. Ain't chasing black, I'm chasing change. Every verse another broken chain. Break it, break it, break it. Every sister standing up. Every brother finding peace. Every time watching us. Learning courage, don't decrease, it multiplies. I can't move his seats. I ain't come to play. Truth don't fall when the headlines fade. Built for the pressure, built for the fight. We keep pushing to the future, look bright. Let's go. Hands to the sky, voices repeat. Justice ain't giving, you earn every seat. From the block to the ballot, from the mic to the street. We ain't leaving till the people complete their mission. The mission facts, the movement, stand up, no fear. We brought the receipts. Truth. You thought you were safe, yeah. You thought you were safe, oh good. Yeah, you thought you were safe, oh good. Yeah, everybody looking for a home, looking for a click, looking for a place where the realness sticks. We out here building, trying to be free, but you just here to use and plain to see. I see you, a coach, a vulture, leech, acting like you love to speech just so you can preach. You see the glow, you wanna get near it. You hear the soul, you try to engineer it. Wanna be in the circle, get the benefits, but you ain't put the work in, you just counterfeit. You a political operator, smiling in their face, just a snake in the grass, trying to take their place. He's searching for a tribe, trying to be free, trying to live our best life, but the snakes stay close, wearing a disguise. Now you got mad, showed your true self, no surprise. You been pop, dumb bitch, read your rights. You been pop, dumb bitch, read your rights. Yeah, it's truth. I'm allergic to the fake, been like this since my youth. See him in the comments, singing all the praise. Ghosts go while they plotting in the haze. Plotting on a downfall, plotting on the spot, thinking they can use a light to get what they ain't got. But you can't use a mirror, you can't use a queen. Your whole entire persona is a fucked up scene. You a resource sucker, energy drain. They bring the clouds, we just tryna bring the rain. But we see you, we see you. We see you, your little mask is cracked, and now you're corner about to see how you react. Tryna be free, tryna live our best life, but the snakes stay close, wearing a disguise. Now you got high, showed your true self, no surprise. You been pop, dumb, dumb bitch, read your rights. You been pop, dumb, dumb bitch, read your rights. People don't care about your life or your struggle, they just wanna break you down and make your hustle tumble. Now we see the true colors at the core of these people. Their whole foundation is evil. We at war and we question these people. Golden has love for her people, and I've been trying to warn people. This is the ugly truth of the world. Watching all the snakes uncurl. Here's the revelation, the part you should've known. A person's real character is when they anger shown. You got pressed, you got mad, and all that fake ass love you had turned to poison, jealousy and spite. They hate cause you that bitch and shining too bright. You ain't no friend, you just a hater in disguise. Walk past head high, don't look them in the eye. Here's the diss, you lost, you done. Your fake support is over, your little game is run. You popped yourself, bitch, we ain't have to do a thing. Just sat back and watched you put your own damn string. You've been pop, yeah, you can't infiltrate this. Your mask is on the floor, go pick up your shit. We out the kid. I didn't cry enough tears. I didn't explain myself enough. I didn't carry people who wouldn't carry me. But today, I'm putting this mess down. I choose peace. I choose me. Chances by the score. Then I looked inside myself and said, I can't do this anymore. I learned the hard way, everybody ain't your friend. Some come smiling at the beginning just to hurt you in the end. But every scar became a lesson, every loss became a flame. And the woman looking back at me will never be the same. Never again, I said never, you hear me? Standing at if I made it this far, there must be something greater waiting for me. Something greater. So I release what I cannot change. Let it go. I forgive what I cannot fix. Let it go. Let it go. And I refuse to carry what was never mine to carry. Let it go. No more drama. You can't disturb my peace. No more drama. The chains are finally released. No more crying through the night time. No more fear when morning comes. No more letting broken people tell me who I gotta become. I know who I am. I know who I am. I survived the fire. I walked through the storm. I lost some people, but I found myself. I found myself. Tell 'em I ain't going back. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not ever. Not ever. Not ever. Not ever. Not ever. Who owns my feet? I do. Who owns my future? I do. Who decides my worth? I do. Who gets to walk through this door? I do. And what are we leaving behind? No more. No more. No more. No more. No more. I got peace. I got purpose. I got faith. And baby, I got my life back. Home. Peace is expensive. I paid for mine. No more. No more, no more, no more, no more. No more, no more, no more, no more. No more. No more. No more. No more. No more drama.
Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Golden. We are back with another live, y'all. I apologize for the delay. I was having some technical difficulties, but I got everything fixed, I believe, and set up. So yeah, thank y'all for y'all patience. Thank you for waiting for me. I really apologize about that. It is about 4:27 p.m. here, y'all, so a little bit later than usual. And we're gonna go ahead and just jump right in. I'm not gonna do too much talking. I got my lovely co-host Imani here with me. She's gonna go ahead and come up, and we got a few things in our housekeeping that we're gonna keep a little bit short, and then we will get into the meat and potatoes of what we'll be doing and talking about on this live today. And then once she's finished with that, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and do my shout outs and thank you all for coming in. But I'm gonna let Imani get started real quick. So what's going on, Imani? How you doing, girl? How you feeling today? And yeah, what you got on the housekeeping, girl?
Um, I'm good. I'm feeling fine. It's been a sunny day again. It's been a relaxing Monday, and I'm okay. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna go straight into the housekeeping and my opening message, which I'll do after you do your housekeeping. Basically, I'm gonna give the attention that some people want. And there's a couple of people that want my attention. And one of them is Jane, Bead Woman. You seem to want to, say a lot about me. And one of the people I want to talk about is Mike Tyson. Because Mike Tyson had a really good phrase or quote. He said, social media made you all way too comfortable with disrespecting people.
The sound went out, girl. I hate why it keeps doing that. I don't understand why.
Did you hear me?
We missed some of it. So yeah,
Sorry.
it went.
Yeah,
Yeah.
social media made you guys way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. And it's true because you seem to want to call me, and excuse me for using this word because I don't normally use this word. You seem to want to call me a cunt. Now, I've never had a bad word with you. I don't know what your problem is. And all this time you've been watching me, is that the best material you can come up with? Is that the best you can do? Because trust me, Jane, I will still sleep at night. I will still have a happy time. But you don't seem to have improved your vocabulary. What the hell is wrong with you? You're like a dose of herpes. Whatever we say, you just won't go away. What is your problem? In Patois, we have a word for someone like you. It's called a fascie. It's an infected sore that you get on your arse or on your coochie. And that's what you are. You're like an infected sore. I don't know what your problem is. Haven't you got jewelry to make? Haven't you got a business to keep up with? Because I'm sick and tired. But you wanted my attention. So I'm giving you my attention. What's your problem? What do you want? Because I don't get up on panels to fight because you think that that's you being bad. You're not bad. You can only say it because you're online. You don't keep that energy when you see people face to face. That's why you're talking and running your mouth like a broken toilet. Carry on. Carry on talking. Carry on talking. Maybe you can show the girls behind bars what to do with them beads. They might need your skills there. Who knows? Carry on playing. Carry on playing. And then the second person is Lady Letitia. Golden is going to post up what I said on the live. I did not talk about your child, but you're carrying on defaming me. And I've been in touch with YouTube today. Okay? If you say it one more time anywhere on this platform that I talked about your child, you're going to get reported and they're going to investigate all your lovely little videos, including the maggot ones. So carry on talking. Carry on talking. You seem to have a lot to say and you want my attention. I'll give you my attention, but I'll give it to YouTube to deal with you. Don't be, and if you want to call the police, call your police station. Give them the audio. Give them the audio and tell them I'm talking about your child. You think you're another one who thinks you can run your mouth. Carry on running your mouth and see how far your channel stays. That's all I got to say, Golden.
Yeah, I mean that pretty much was a straightforward housekeeping, and it's just basically, it's really interesting to me watching it play out day after day. It's really cute that you feel as though people want your attention. I do not want your attention. Okay, I don't need your attention. But like I said, what we're not going to do is sit up here and allow you day after day to defame somebody's character and put words in their mouth that they never said. So the dog whistles, the gaslighting, all of that, really just cut it, nip it in the bud right now, because I'm telling you, it's really not going to end well for you. And I think that, you need to just move on to another hobby instead of lying on people and trying to literally send people after us to attack us based off of things that are not true. I need you to prove to me, when did anybody ever speak on your child? Do you actually know what that is for someone to speak on your child? I think you would, because you sit with people and you sit on channels where they do actually talk about people's children. So I think you know what that sounds like when you hear it. What Imani was saying is not talking about your child. And then you throw your husband in there and say that she was talking about your husband too. Ma'am, please, please. I know you slither around with the slimiest of snakes. And so I guess now you kind of confused. But you know the people you sit with talk about people kids. You know exactly what that's like when somebody's talking about someone's child. So don't gaslight and try to put that on us as if that's what we do over here. We was not talking about your child. Imani was not talking about your child. I would suggest you stop running around and spreading those rumors. And again, for the other people that you sit with that seem to have a whole lot to say about me, how I carry myself, it's real cute that y'all sit over there and try to make jokes about women that are half your age. I think that is pathetic. I think you probably have better things to do with your time. And these are things you know nothing about. You're running with what somebody else told you that also has came back and said those things were not true. So we have the recordings. We have the screenshots. Even though y'all like to play these videos and do these lives and then hide them, so can't nobody see the proof, we already got it. So let me tell you, how do you want to go about this? How do you want to go about it? Because I can put it out there. I can do what everybody else does. Put out the clips, put out the screenshots. How you want to go about it? I suggest that you stop. No one wants your attention. No one wants to sit with you. But what I will do is pull up on you. And if that's what you think wanting to sit with you is, then you're weird. Don't lie. Don't defame. Don't talk shit, or I will pull up on you. Period. What do you not understand about that? And you can hear the shakiness in your voice because you know that you're lying. And it's all going to come to the light. But anyway, as far as housekeeping, that message, honestly, can go across the board for each and every one of these individuals that play the same type of games. Don't play with us. We not worried about you. We not bothering you. But you come for us, we'll come for you. It's that simple. So go on about your merry way. Live your best life. Leave us be. That is it. That is all. I'm getting so tired of saying this. I feel like a broken record. I don't know how many times you have to say this to adults. What are you not understanding about that? And that's it. That's all I got, y'all. Any additional things you want to say, Imani? Or you want me to go ahead and just do our intro and get into our lovely topic and conversation for this live? You can unmute.
Sorry, we can just
It's
get into the topic. We don't want to waste time on these fools, really and truly.
Oh, but we have to go ahead and greet the people. So thank y'all so much for coming in to kick and rock with us. We really appreciate that. Lacey is here. What's up, Lacey? Hey, Split. What's going on, Split? Thank you for coming in. Mom Star's back again. Hey, Mom Star. What's up, Daisy? How you doing, Daisy? Thanks for coming in to join us. We about to get into it, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know we're gonna be listening to an interview today, per usual, with the celebrity gossip with purpose. And this is from another person. What's up, Asher? From another person that's my favorite as well, Tasha Smith. And guess what, y'all? She is literally from my exact same hometown, like literally same state, same city. And so just to see how far she has come and all the things she has accomplished, it's just, it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to witness. And a lot of great gems is going to be dropped in this interview. So let me go ahead and get into that. I just was checking through some of y'all comments. Hey, Star, what's going on, Star? So yes, Team Beagle. But yeah, let's go ahead and move right along, y'all. What's up, Polo? Thanks for coming in, Polo. I appreciate that. How you doing? Okay, y'all. Let's get into it. All right, so Tasha Smith sits down with another one of our favorites, which is Angie Martinez. And if y'all have not checked out her platform, y'all know we promote it very heavily over here. Y'all should check her out. She's really dope. And she has some really great conversations with some really great artists. And so today we'll be showcasing the nonstop excellence as we react and analyze an extraordinary sit down between Angie Martinez and Tasha Smith. An incredible talent straight out of my hometown, y'all, Camden, New Jersey. She is a legend from her iconic performances in Why Did I Get Married, The Deliverance, Empire, and Power, to commanding the set behind the camera as a powerhouse director. Tasha shows us what happens when preparation meets relentless vision. So, y'all join us as we go ahead and listen to a little bit of this conversation together and give our commentary. Imani, you want to go ahead and say a few things so I get everything set up?
Yeah, Lacey wants me to say pecan. It's not pecan, it's pecan. Did you get that?
My bad. Yeah, my bad. My mic was muted. No, I was cracking up because I watched Split and Lacey. Y'all did a real good live last night. It was kind of late, so I had to watch it on the replay. But yo, y'all was having so much fun over there, and I was cracking up when y'all talking about that. Is it pecan or pecan? Child. Now I guess it depends where you're from. But where I'm from, I guess, and the way we've always grown up and learned how to say it is pecan. So I don't know, Lacey World. She's like, it's pecan, pecan. I'm like, all right, it might be pecan. I don't know. But we always
I
say it
thought I was
pecan.
in the
Pecan.
royal courts when I heard her say pecan, pecan.
I was like, yo, I want some pecan pie. Oh my gosh. But I think that's cute because I think we all kind of probably say things a little bit differently, depending where we are, what region or whatnot we in and stuff like that. So I think it ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But yeah, tomato, tomato, potato, pecan, pecan. I don't know. Well, let's go ahead and hop right into the video, y'all. And per usual, we were going to meet y'all in the chat as we watch together, and we'll take some breaks for commentary and music as we go. So let's head on over, y'all. Let's get into it.
Recycled. Like, that's how I feel. Righteously recycled. recycled. I feel like Camden is going to be righteously recycled. What do I mean by righteous recycling something? Like taking something old that people looked at as trash and recycling it into something brand new and something usable and something important to the community and to the environment. I felt like trash that was recycled into something new. And that's the same thing I believe and feel about Camden.
Woo! This episode of IRL Podcast is powered by Boost Mobile. My guest today on IRL is known for too many unforgettable roles to run down right now. But like, Why Did I Get Married? Empire, ATL, Couples Therapy. And then she, of course, has gone on powerfully into directing, BMF, P-Valley, Bel Air, Mayor of Kingstown. She is a woman of faith. She is a survivor of addiction, the founder of TSAW, which is her acting workshop that has empowered hundreds of Black performers. Most recently, she's been in Bad Boys and The Deliverance, and she bodied her role in Survival of the Thickest. From Camden, New Jersey, welcome my friend, actress, director, producer, teacher, Tasha Smith is in the building today. Tasha, that's just a little piece.
I feel good about myself, okay?
You should feel good about yourself every day.
It's such a testimony. Like, honestly, anytime I get a chance to hear anyone like introduce me like that, I feel nothing but gratitude because it really is a reflection of God's love and grace and promise in my life. Like, I always go back to that time I was sleeping in my car at Venice Beach. You know,
how old are you?
I was probably at the time about maybe like 20 years old.
Sleeping in your car. What kind of car is this?
It was a little gray Ford Escort. It reminds me though, Ange, like seriously, at that time, right, I was ready to go back to Camden. But I said, I'm going to stay here just to see if the dream that I have is going to come true.
What was the exact dream?
The dream, girl, was being an actress. It wasn't even being a director. It was being an actress. It was being a stand-up comic because at the time, it was right at the beginning of my comedy career, but acting comedy was my dream. It was like my dream, but I didn't have education. I had never gone to school. You know, I dropped out of school in the 9th grade. So I had insecurities and fears and all that stuff.
I have so many questions about all of that out of the gates. And I know you've told some of this story at different times in your life, but like when you really think about what that means, like you drop out of school in the 9th grade, you're in Camden, New Jersey.
Yes.
What is the moment you say, I'm going to go to Los Angeles? And why do you even think that you could, like, who put it in you? Who's like the first, did somebody believe in you? Did you believe in yourself? Like, what was the thing?
That's a wonderful question.
That sent to you.
That's a wonderful question. Well, at the time, like I was, you know, trying to audition and I was doing local.
And how old are you?
I was like probably 14, 15, like 14, I dropped out of high school, but I always had the dream to be an actress. Like 16, I was hanging out at this bar. There was this woman in Camden that owned this speakeasy called Celeste's. I just actually talked to her not too long ago. I was like, do you remember me? I would be in Celeste's.
She remembers you, I bet.
She remembers, but I would be in there getting high with the dope boys.
Oh my God.
The pimps. I'm gonna be an actress one day. Okay, sniffing cocaine. No,
at 14?
I was like 15. I mean, I started at about 14. But when I was hanging out at Celeste's, I was around 16 years old. And I was up in there. But it was Tisha Campbell, honestly, that I met in Camden because she was dating Alan Payne. And she came to visit. And I stayed in touch with she and her mom. And it was almost like she was like the person where my dream was. My grandfather was an actor as well, but he did a lot of background work. He was a concierge for the Temptations.
Wow.
But But Tisha was like, almost like I could see the dream a lot closely because of my relationship with her. And so that really gave me the courage. And then I had some dope boys give me some money and a plane ticket.
Did you really do it? Is that how you got here?
Yes.
I mean, to LA?
Yes.
What?
Yes, seriously.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
The thing about that's so dope about that is you hear things like people inspire me, or you really, it could really take one person to make you believe.
Yeah. And
Like somebody else's testimony. It's not like she did something for you in that moment. It's just even the vision of her, right? Like,
and she did say, I believe you could do this. Like she and her mom was a big support system, but it was still the dream that I had in my heart. And that's why I always tell people, if you want to know where you're supposed to be, close your eyes and dream. Like just allow yourself to dream, because I really believe that God puts the dreams in our hearts. It's not just this thing, this fantasy that just came up. Wow. It's really connected to our purpose and our destiny. I believe that.
When did that happen for you? When did you find, like, when was that little seed planted? Before 14? Probably
it was
baby, right?
Before 14.
Yeah.
I had that dream probably at about 8 years old, 9 years old. Sidra and I would we would do our little fake plays, you know what I mean? Where I would be Diana Ross and she would be Shaka Khan or somebody, and we would make up these little sketches and stuff. But it was always this thing. And I would have dreams about me sitting in a theater, but seeing myself on the screen.
So you believe that that is a seed that was planted?
I do believe that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have watered the shit out of that seed.
Yeah.
What? All this time.
And that's why, sis, like, we just have to continue to stay aware. Like we have to, like, awareness. I'm gonna go into this because, I was meditating this morning and like yesterday, believe it or not, I get nervous a lot. Like whenever I'm gonna talk, and I was very nervous.
Were you nervous today? That always freaks me. That always makes me so surprised.
I'm always nervous.
Somebody like you would be nervous.
I am. I'm nervous because you know why? Because I don't take these platforms lightly. You know what I mean? And like you've been around, you've been a blessing to our culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I get an opportunity to be on a platform like this, I want it to be purposeful. I don't want it to just be, frivolous. Just being there, right? Just to be there. But I really want to make sure that my voice is used in a profound way, in an honest way, in a way that's going to, touch other people's lives. You know what I mean? And inspire people. Like when you think about what's happening in the world right now, sis, we need inspiration. We need encouragement.
Real bad.
Right. People are suffering. People are afraid. People don't know what the future looks like. And to some people, the future looks very, very grim. You know what I mean? So I try to meditate and I try to listen.
Tell me this process.
Okay. So what the process of meditation? I got some notes.
But tell me how you get there. You quiet yourself. You say, I'm nervous. I want to be, is this like a prayer? What do you do?
It's a prayer. And I'm like an old school Christian girl. I know I'll be cussing a lot, but I do. I'll cuss you out and cast the devil out of you all at the same time. Okay. But no, in the morning, like I'll just be quiet. I'll pray. Sometimes I'll pray in tongues. I don't know if you ever heard anybody pray in tongues, but I pray in tongues. Like when I got born again years ago, I got filled with the Holy Spirit. And so during my prayer time, I'll pray in tongues because I don't always know what to pray about.
Can you because I have never had that experience.
Okay.
I've seen the experience, but what does that feel like?
Well, it's a prayer language. Oh God, this is, I didn't mean to go into this direction.
I'm just interested.
But it's a prayer language that comes from God. Like as a believer, you believe that being filled with the Holy Spirit with the evidence of speaking in tongues, like it's a spiritual gift and it's a prayer language that you're given. It's a language that you don't understand, but it's a language that some people do have the gift of interpretation to be able to interpretate the language, right? And sometimes, like, I believe that we build up our most holy faith, that this is scripture that you build up your most holy faith by praying in the Holy Spirit. So if I don't really know what to pray for in the natural or how to pray, it's no different than like maybe a Buddhist, doing their chanting, right? But as a Christian, when you pray in the Spirit, it's not chanting because it's a prayer language that you don't understand. You don't know what you're saying. But as you're praying,
Do you have to be free? You have to like be a clear vessel for that to come up? Like, how do you find it?
it's something that you can accept and allow God to do for you.
Got it.
And you just have to let go and be open because it is so supernatural that you may be a little afraid because you're like, what are these sounds and what are these words that's coming out of me that I don't understand? And it's something.
All right, y'all. So we're just gonna go ahead and pause it right there. Take a quick commentary break from what we have listened to thus far. So we got a bit of an introduction about Tasha Smith. You know where she's from. Like I said, shout out to my hometown, Camden, New Jersey. And she also talked about how she met Tisha Campbell, and then that led her to meeting another person and another person. And child, she said that the homies and whatnot, they came through with the bag and they helped her, get on the flight or whatnot and get on, maybe to Los Angeles or somewhere like that to go ahead and pursue her career in acting or trying to get into the industry and the business. And, coming from a city like that, child, I'm telling y'all, that is a big accomplishment, right? Because there's a lot of people that I can attest to, even some of my family members, that they scared to leave and they haven't left and they can't get out. And sometimes when you get stuck there, you don't always have the best of opportunity. Not to say you don't, there's not people there that do, and they're doing great. But a lot of times it can be like, you pretty much stuck, on a hamster wheel. And then she also goes on to talk about spirituality as well. But Imani, what were some things that stood out to you as far as this first portion of the conversation? And what do you think about Tasha Smith? You like her too?
Yeah, I do like her. I mean, the whole theme of this whole interview is your beginning doesn't have to determine your ending. I mean, she went from a young girl in Camden with little formal education and serious obstacles to pursuing a dream that she said lived inside her since childhood. And I love that phrase she used at the beginning where she says she's righteously recycled. She's something that society, and by that she means she is something society regarded as disposable, and she transformed herself into something valuable. I mean, she was sleeping in her car when she was around 20. She dropped out of school in the ninth grade, and she felt insecure about her lack of education. But and obviously she had experience with the old pharmaceuticals because she was around them from a child, and she grew up in difficult circumstances. But like you said, she got money from her homies to get a plane ticket to help her to get to Los Angeles. And then, yeah, the spirituality. And then, it depends on where you sit on that spiritual plane. I think that's just a personal thing for everyone. She connects it with her creativity. And she says that if you're given gifts, that you have to develop them if you're given these gifts. But I think it was a great start, but she is really talking about it's not where you start, it's where you finish.
All
Hey,
right,
Goldie.
back. Are we back? Can y'all hear me again? Can y'all hear me? Because the sound went out. The StreamYard booted me out. So I had to go out and come back in. Can y'all hear me? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, please. I really apologize for the technical difficulties. Imani, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
This is ridiculous. Yeah, they booted me out. They booted me out of my own life. I'm like, what in the heck is going on?
Yeah, I
So,
think they can hear us now.
okay, y'all. All right. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. I don't know what is going on. All right, so we're back. So let's pick up where we left off. So Imani, you can start from the beginning. As far as the first portion or whatnot, what we've heard from Tasha Smith, you were getting into, some of your thoughts and feelings and opinions about that. Um, and I'm sorry if you can start over, please, and then we'll get right back into the group.
Yeah, I was just saying that I love that phrase, righteously recycled. She it's about taking something that people thought was disposable and turning it into something that's valuable. She had a hard upbringing. She left school in the ninth grade, and her lack of education gave her insecurities. She was around, a lot of things like pharmaceuticals, and she had difficult circumstances growing up, but she never stopped believing in her dream. um, and the thing is, she talks about this is really about your beginning doesn't have to determine your ending. She went from a young girl with no formal education and serious obstacles in her path to pursuing her dream that she said lived inside her since her childhood. Um, you know, she then talks about her spirituality, and that's a real personal thing. I think that is a personal thing, your belief, your spirituality. But she says it's helped her with her creativity. And she was already telling people from a child that she would be an actress despite her difficult circumstances. And I think it's a great story about, never giving up.
I agree. And what I love about these stories is there's so many different actors and actresses and entertainers, period, that I have seen that have similar stories that come from different cities or whatnot or areas where, the the chances are you probably are not going to achieve those things or make it out, right? If we're thinking pessimistically. But if you're thinking optimistically and you're manifesting by speaking it into existence, especially starting from a little young child, then you will be surprised how far you can go. Stories like hers remind me of other artists such as Wendy Williams. She also had a beginning where she just manifested what she wanted to do as a young girl, and there was things that she struggled with, personal struggles that she had. Chris Rock, who come from Bed-Stuy, New York, he manifested what he wanted to do. Monique, who come from Baltimore, she manifested what she wanted to do. And the list goes on and on and on. And it's, I can only speak for some of the artists and entertainers that I know that are US based or whatnot and from like cities and states or whatnot that I know in my country. But I'm pretty sure this holds true for all young kids in all countries across the globe. They manifest, what it is that they want to be and what they want to do when they grow up, and put in the work, pray, etc. There's many things that we can do, and like you said, Imani, like she was saying, a lot of people don't see that for you, especially where you come from, right? Based off of where you're from, where you're born and raised. They don't see that for you. They don't see you ever making it out. They don't see you ever being on their television screen. They don't see you being an actor, an actress, a singer, a dancer, a rapper, a performer. I mean, the rappers is endless of the stories, like the Cardi B's and the Nicki Minaj's. And you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of our great entertainers across the board that we all see and we all actually, may like or support or whatnot, a lot of them came from very humble beginnings. And from places where a lot of people didn't see that for them. And so I just love like these stories that we can hear from the actual person and see where they started from and where they are now. And it's very inspirational because it lets other young kids know no matter what type of area you live in, maybe it's more of a hood like area, right? Or a impoverished area. You never know what you can become. You have to believe in yourself. You have to see it for yourself. You have to push and not give up, and you'll be surprised what you can achieve and what you can accomplish. But yeah, I think it's a beautiful story. But did you have a few more things you want to add, Imani? I want to hop right back in.
Yeah, I think that applies to even, I mean, because we tend to see a lot more because it's a lot more of the celebrity entertainers that we see that have had this struggle. But there are lots of people that have this struggle that do other things. And it's not just restricted to entertainment. We've got scientists, we've got astronauts, we've got engineers, we've got a lot of people who come from impoverished places or they have a difficult struggle in their life and they still manage to make it and build a career. And I think one of the things that happens is we get a lot of focus on the entertainment business as though people who come from impoverished backgrounds, that's all they can be. It's not. And I think we need to see a bit more of people doing other things apart from the entertainment industry, because there are a lot of people, there are politicians, there are bankers, there are, so many people that do so much, doctors, and, even, people who've got a job, and are providing for their family. Some of the ordinary people need to be given their flowers for the struggles they faced, and they still came out the other side.
I agree, Imani. You couldn't have said that better. Absolutely, right? And you're right, because that is typically the ones that get the highlights, and things like that is people that are in entertainment industries. But what about the average everyday people that do make it out, of humble beginnings and circumstances like that? Like you said, they go on to become scientists or they go on to become doctors and nurses, essential workers and stuff like that. That's an accomplishment within itself, just to be able to have a career, provide for your family, get an education. That is an accomplishment. And, like I said, that's literally what it is. Like society, for whatever reason, a lot of times they don't see that for you. They don't see you going to college. They don't see you graduating college. They don't see you getting a nursing degree. They don't see you doing any of the things, that a lot of people have worked very hard to accomplish, despite the fact that they may have come up, a little bit rough, or, in areas or whatnot where they had to fight through many other obstacles before they can get to that level. And so I'm so glad that you added that on, Imani, because that couldn't be further from the truth. We have to celebrate all of the wins for all of us, no matter what the level is and what the accomplishments are. Look at this boy here now. Okay, let's get back into the video, y'all. And we'll meet y'all over in the chat. Child, he over here putting the toys in the toy box while I'm trying to talk. All right, y'all. Let's get into some more of this, and we'll be right back.
That you receive by faith, and it's something that you do by faith.
You know what's so interesting about that? And I want to go back to your meditation list. What
Okay.
came up for you for
Okay.
today's conversation?
Okay.
But it's like when I think about you as an actress, or just actors that are really good at their craft, right?
Yes.
I almost feel like you have to be somewhat of an open vessel
Yes.
to allow things to come through you without
Yes.
over putting your
Yes.
brain on it, right?
Yes.
And I just wonder if there's like some type of connection to that.
I do.
thing.
Yes, I do.
Does that make
believe
sense?
I believe it's with all of us in the arts. It's no different than you.
Yeah.
Like we are anointed. Like I believe that God has given us gifts when we came on this earth, right? And it's up to us to be able to utilize those gifts, to nurture those gifts, like you said, to water those gifts, right? But when you think about you with what you've been doing, you know how to tap into your superpower, right?
Mhm.
And doing your radio show, doing your podcast, it's a gift. You know how to flow into it. When you think about singers and rap artists and,
Actors.
poets and actors, like it's all something that's very spiritual.
But it's always best when it's like free. It's like,
Yes.
you can tell when it's,
Yes. The more you do it,
Yeah.
the more you trust it, the more you allow God to use you in the rhythm of it.
Got it.
You follow what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you have nothing but freedom doing what you do, right? Well, no, you do.
At my best.
Right.
At my best.
Right.
Yeah, when I'm at my best.
And
Yeah,
you know
for sure.
how to flow, right? But it's the same as an actor. And it's about us letting go and allowing God to use us as a vessel to tell the story, whatever the story is.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that we're not supposed to prepare though and be good stewards over it. Like just because we have a gift, it doesn't mean that we're not supposed to be good stewards over the gift and practice. Like you have notes, you prepared for today, right?
Yeah.
As an actor, I have to study my lines. As a director, I have to break down my script. I have to know my shots. I have to create my shot list. I have to prepare for the
All right, y'all. So more technical difficulties, child. Okay, so the video has paused here and it's just spinning. So let me see if I can get this back right. I know a few people have popped in. What up, Split? Thanks for coming in, Split. And I think it was two new people. Spit Talk said they came in, a new sub. Thank you for that. How you doing? Troll Ronica the Torta says I'm a troll from the Bogdan sector. Never Sober's girlfriend. I don't know who Never Sobers is, but all people is welcome here. Honestly, we don't do any like trolling, attacking one another and stuff like that over here. Like we all just try to come here, have a good time, get along, listen to some good content, have good conversation and stuff like that. So as long as we can all be on that same page, you know what I mean? It's just then maybe we can all kick it. But I don't know. I don't know about some of the things. Blazed for Truth. What's this about, please? I'm late joining your channel. Was recommended by the Maggie Owl Lady. Oh, by Maggie. Okay. Well, this interview and conversation we're listening to is from an actress. Her name is Tasha Smith, and she happens to be from my hometown, Camden, New Jersey, or whatnot. She's just talking about her journey, making it out of, like a city and a neighborhood like that, and actually achieving her dreams, things that she dreamed to accomplish when she was a very young girl, and putting forth the effort and taking, the chances or whatnot that were necessary for her to get where she's at. And now she's talking about, the hard work that you also have to put in. It's not just about walking through the door, but once you're through the door, you have to keep on putting in the work, you know what I mean, to keep elevating. And so she's literally talking about her life journey and her career journey and things like that. So hopefully that's a cool recap. Let me see if I can get the video back going, y'all. StreamYard has been having some severe technical difficulties, so let me see. This long.
The work doesn't start when we show up. The work starts weeks before we show up.
Yeah.
So we still have to prepare for the job. And then once we do that, we let go, and we let God flow through us. And then we go on another level.
Good.
But it's true. Like when you think about, I remember
It's so good.
Right?
Because let me just stop, because that doesn't just apply to what we do. It's like anything you do in life. If you want to be successful, if you want to, whatever your gift is, or whatever your thing is, it's like, learn your craft.
Yes.
Care for it.
Yes.
Give it energy. Give it love and like water it, like you said.
Yes.
But then also there has to be like you got to relax into it.
Yes.
You can't be OD like, yes, I have all the, you know how many times I write mad notes and then something will happen real with somebody and I don't get to none of that.
Yeah.
I don't get to
But
none
don't
of it.
you feel confident and strong and free when you know you've prepared?
Yeah, for sure.
If you have to pivot.
Is that something that you tell, like, because I know you teach a lot of, you're a teacher also.
Yes.
Is that a point?
100%.
Yeah.
Because like I teach based on my mentor and teacher, Ivana Chubbuck, and there's a book called The Power of the Actor, and there's a 12-step to like our process, right? So we go through all the steps, but the 12th step is letting go and having faith in what you've already prepared. So you prepare, but you also be open enough to pivot. And I think that's in anything in life. Like our art, I feel is like our child, a baby, right? If you raise a baby right, you're going to have a wonderful, strong, hopefully good kid, right? But if you're not paying attention to the child and not loving on the child, then you might have a kid that's a little out of control.
Yeah.
But if we look at our art as our child, that we have been blessed to have been given this child to nurture and to take care and to protect and to know that every seed we put into that preparation, there is fruit, there is a harvest that you will receive. It'll come out in a great performance. It'll come out where people feel connected to you. It'll come out by elevating you as an artist, but we have to be good stewards over what it is that God placed in front of us.
Hey guys, you ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, wow, this is a great price. And then a few months later,
my belief system is in life, right? That God is the author and finisher of our faith, that every person that's born is born with a purpose. Everyone has a beginning and an end. What the in-between looks like is based on how much we're willing to sacrifice and give into the gift that God has given us. There's a biblical story about some people hid their gifts in the sand, right? Because they were too afraid to pursue the gift that God blessed them with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And trust me, when I moved to California, sis, I was terrified. I'm still terrified sometimes. Like, I promise you, like sometimes I feel insecure and I feel deeply afraid. And then I say to myself, put your fear and put your faith in God.
But you said you think that everybody has a purpose, right?
Yes.
Everybody's born with a purpose.
Yes.
What do you say to someone who has yet to find their purpose or doesn't maybe believe that they have one at this point? Maybe it's been so long. I think there's probably people who have not connected to theirs for whatever reason is.
You know,
what would you say to them?
I would probably say to them that fear and insecurity and lack of faith and also lack of being willing to make the sacrifice and be a good steward has probably been the thing to get in the way, because everyone has a dream, but most of the time people don't believe even the dream that they have. Like, look at me. I was a kid from Camden, New Jersey, high school dropout, right? No education, bartending at a strip club, doing cocaine, not feeling good about myself as a human, right? But then I had this dream. I go to California. I'm dealing with all kinds of internal obstacles. Am I pretty enough? Am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Am I funny enough? Like, and I'm around all of these brilliant people. I'm comparing myself to the other people I see around me, you know, and it caused me to probably delay some of the opportunity that I could have had just based on me living in the fear and living in not believing that it could actually happen for me. And I would just say to them, go for it. Even if you're doing it afraid, even if you're going afraid, just go, take a leap of faith and try, because other than that, you're going to stay stuck and stagnant and inactive. It's almost like you'll be like that person, you know, on a flight that's never landing. Who wants to be that person? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you think about it, most of the time it's fear and it's lack of faith that stop people from pursuing their passion and being clear about, and you know what, this is a good segue into
your
what
list?
I want to tell you about.
Okay.
Because this is something that I was thinking about, and then I was kind of meditating on a little bit, right? And the word that I was
Golden,
thinking
can you
about
stop?
was
Can you stop the
awareness.
live?
Good.
Like
Can you get her out of here? I don't need to speak to anybody who's using that kind of language. Just get the fuck out.
Yeah, this is the language that you come
Just
in with,
get her
man.
out, ban her. Who do you think you are? What do you think this is? Go back to your toxic corner and fuck off.
Yeah, I concur. We're in the middle of a broadcast right now, and we're experiencing a
And no,
very great
and
time.
not only that, she's made sure she's blocked me so I can't get her out. Get her the fuck out. Fuck off.
Yes, you have to go, Jane. Sorry. Bye bye. All right, y'all. So we just had to clean up that a little bit. Sometimes you gotta do a little housekeeping. Here and there. You know what I mean? So yeah, not the place, not the time. Thank you very much. But should we get on with our regular scheduled program, Imani? And that was just despicable. But I just want y'all to take a gander
Just so
at
I
what we're dealing
apologize to
with.
everybody. I apologize to everybody for my language. Go
It's okay.
and play with the traffic, Jane. Go on,
I
piss
mean,
off.
look at what we're dealing with here. We're in the middle of a broadcast. We're all having a good time and a good conversation about what it is that we are viewing. And in comes this individual at this point who wants to fight and use nasty language, such as the word that she called Imani. And so, what I would also like people to do is remember, we all are very much human, okay? So you have someone coming in here, they calling you these type of dirty, nasty, disgusting names, and then when you respond or when you retaliate, now you are the bad guy. Do you see what we are saying? This is what these people are doing. And so if you're going to come over here and want to start a fight, looking for a fight, what we say is not during our broadcast, we're not speaking to you, especially when you come in speaking in that manner. You will be escorted out, and we don't need big homie CC to do it.
You've only got courage when you're online. Yeah, keep that energy. Keep that energy. Keep that
Right.
energy, Miss Bad Bead Woman.
Bad view. Yeah, Jane, wrong place, wrong time, sweetheart. You've been having a lot to say. We've been seeing you getting around saying things in all different places and getting your blood pressure all high and getting upset and using disgusting words such as that one that you just used just now. And it's just like, okay, so how you think we supposed to take that? Huh? But anyway, we have a show and the
If you
show
want to
must
know
go
what a CUNT is, look in the mirror.
on. Mm. And this is all I'm trying to say, y'all. When people coming at you with that level of energy, what they expect you to do? Huh? But then you made out to be the bad guy. We sitting over here having a good time, just playing our content, listening to a conversation. We're not doing anything. We address you because these are the type of actions and behaviors that you have been having consistently. That is why you've been part of housekeeping. And then you want to pop in, G.I. Jane, like you're some type of boozy badass. But any other time people want to step to you, y'all MIA, y'all want to run. Mm-mm. You don't come in here and disrupt our broadcast and our production here. You can wait outside. All right. Anything else you need to say, Monty, or should we just continue on?
I have nothing more to say. I don't need to discuss anything with that idiot.
Imani, for real, is Split said it too. I used to say it all the time, like piss off. I say that. Like that's the thing that I say. Is that like a UK thing? I don't know where I got that from, but I will say that. I was
Yeah,
like,
it
yo, piss
is. It's very much a UK
off.
thing.
Okay. I be picking stuff
I told you they're like herpes. Never go away.
up. Child, not try to come over here and interrupt. Maybe that explains why we've been having so much technical difficulties, huh? I'm telling you, these people are strange. But anyway, y'all, we was listening to some good content. So let's get back into what we're doing. We're not gonna let these people steal our joy. You're gone. You're out of here. And let me see. I might have to do it on 2 areas because I think I did it for StreamYard, but I might have to do it for YouTube as well. So as we play some more, I'll do that in the background. Okay. Yeah, but this is just a disclaimer. Please do not come and trying to disturb the peace. Okay. When the time is to have conversations, y'all never pop out and want to talk. Don't come when we're in the middle of a broadcast and a production. When it's time to talk, you know the place and time because y'all watch everything we do because y'all stalkers. So don't be
If
scared
you
to
want to
talk.
talk to her, Golden, you can talk to her. I got nothing to say to her. Nothing at all. She's irrelevant.
I mean, G.I. Jane. G.I. Jane, y'all. G.I. Jane. Anyway, let's get back into the content, y'all, and we'll meet y'all back in the chat.
Awareness is, I feel, something that is a blessing. And I feel like even now, it's a season of awareness. It's a time that we have to be aware.
I feel it's in my bones right now, Tasha. Come on.
Sis, you feel me? Aware of the moment that we're in. Aware, like really being aware.
Yeah.
And some of like being fully present in the moment and really noticing our thoughts and our emotions and our surroundings without judgment. A lot of people that may have the dream and not pursuing the dream, if they got deep into their awareness, they'll probably discover that they haven't pursued it because of procrastination, because of fear, because of laziness, because of not willing to do the work that it takes to get it, because none of life is easy.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't easy being an actress. It wasn't easy doing radio. When you think of all the things that we've gone through, it took a lot of awareness of us knowing our surroundings, knowing how we've affected people. You knew you were gifted just from the way people would respond to you, even in the beginning of your career.
Even
right?
if I didn't consciously couldn't say it, I felt.
You felt it.
I felt it. I felt a connection.
Yes, yes.
Which is a similar thing. But I love that.
Love it.
I think that to expand on the awareness thing, I think it's like it also helps you pivot and it helps you move when you have awareness. Because I think a lot of times people get stuck because they are not aware.
Yes.
Because they're closed up, or they're choosing to not look at something in their life or things around their life. And I feel like that makes people be stuck.
And some people don't want to be aware, sis.
Yeah, no, I know.
Because some people want to be in la la land. They want to be in la la land so they can stay stuck, so they can stay the victim.
To not confront.
And so that, and to not confront, and to also be irresponsible over their life. They'd rather just tap out, get high all day, and live in la la land so that they don't have to be responsible.
Blame other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't we know people like that?
Yeah, for sure.
How many times have you run into a person that loves to be the victim?
Oh, gosh.
Loves to be the victim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because they don't want to be aware of what mistakes they have made in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're required to do some work and to change. And most people
don't you find as we get older too, you have less patience for that?
Honey child, listen, I don't have any, excuse me, more fucks to give when it comes to it. I'm not doing it. I'm telling you, sis, it's like
a younger me is, and I still have a lot of compassion and empathy for where people are in their lives. Because it takes different people different times to get to it. But to insert it into my life,
yes,
I have minimal capacity or patience.
Yeah, because we're trying to get better. And when you think about awareness, awareness is also a mirror and a window. So if you think about it being a mirror and a window, if I have the right level of awareness, I'm looking at myself and I'm seeing myself for everything that I need to see. It's a mirror, but then it can be a window, sis, into all the possibilities of what God's plan is for you. That window of your dream, that window of your purpose, that window of like all that could happen in your life and the possibilities of everything you could have.
Hey guys, it's Angie. Thank you so much for watching the pod today. We appreciate you. I cannot believe summer is over. We are in a new season. And for me, that means doing some
day, and I might be in the pulpit saying, y'all motherfuckers is crazy.
But you do like, give the word. You do know how to give a word.
But you know what? And you know what? And sometimes I just can't help myself. But thank God that the gifts and calling of God is without repentance, that he didn't take away that passion and that love for people. But I'm not meant to be in the church like that.
Yes.
Sis. I'm just not. Like, I'm really not. When I leave here, I'm going out with Morel and Bevy, and we're going to have some drinks.
Oh,
No, let me not.
that sounds like a good old time.
And Raheem, we going no, but for real. But I feel like God can use me like this. How about that?
So I want to go, is there more on the list? Or
Now, it's a whole lot. But
I want to go back to it. I want to
we can get back to it later.
But as of awareness, what
All right, y'all. So we're just gonna pause it right there for a quick commentary break about what we've heard so far in this second segment of the video. One of the things that she said just there at the very end, right, when she was having a conversation talking about, yes, I like to bring forth the word or whatnot. And again, respectfully, everybody, we understand that people come to join us may have different spiritual and religious beliefs, and that is welcome here. And we don't, mean to have conversations without that make anybody feel uncomfortable, but these are similar spiritual and beliefs as well. Like I said, over a period of time since I've become an adult, I am no longer, I would say, religious. I'm more so spiritual. But yes, she is having a conversation about yes, I can be a vessel of spirituality, and I can be a vessel of preaching or giving the word or whatnot when necessary and where necessary. But sometimes it's like, she may be saying, like mama be saying, Bible on the shelf and we going out for drinks tonight. And one of the things that she said that really resonate with me, and I think we all need to remember, is God can use me just like this, because God can use anybody, right, to help save someone. God can use anybody to bring forth a message. You may can get a powerful message directly from God or the creator. We can say creator, from somebody who may be a homeless person that's on the street that you wouldn't think twice to give your attention or time to. You just never know how you can be used as a vessel for whatever it is the creator or God sees fit. And I think that's something that's always been, and resonate with me and my soul. And that I do talk about and I do express is because I know that to be true, you know? And a lot of times we feel as though we have to be perfect vessels in order for us to connect with one another or to relay a message or, you know what I'm saying, give positivity or spread or pour love into someone. We have to be all buttoned up and perfect and all of these things. No, we don't. The creator understands that we're not going to be perfect because we are not supposed to be. The only person who's supposed to be perfect is the creator, or the entity that's supposed to be perfect is the creator. We are human, so we're not going to be perfect, but it doesn't mean that we cannot make a difference or bring said change or give a message or anything like that. But Imani, what did you think about this second segment, girl? Calm down, girl. We'll get it. We'll get it. But what did you
Calm.
think about
I'm
this?
calm.
Okay.
I'm calm. Don't worry. I'm calm. Yeah, it just depends on where you sit with your spiritual connection, and everybody has different everybody has different beliefs, and I respect that. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. Obviously, I wasn't reading from the Bible just a moment ago. However,
The sound went out again.
spirituality.
Okay, you back. Okay, you back. Okay.
Her spirituality helps with her creativity, but you've got to. This thing is about the the um the scripture verse that says faith without work isn't enough, or it's faith without work is dead. Basically, you can have dreams, but you got to prepare. You got to develop your craft and have enough faith to know that you're going to get to where you want to, regardless of your fears. And her advice is that even if you're afraid, just go with it and wait until your fear disappears, because everybody's scared. Everybody has fears. And but also everybody has a purpose, and you can't let your fear prevent you from pursuing your purpose. So she applies that principle to her whole life. Not to be, whatever you're going for, don't be afraid. Everybody's got fears, and but you got to work at it. You got to do the work, because you can't get it without doing the work. And you got to have faith in yourself and bet on yourself. And that's what she's really talking about. Believe in yourself, and then you will achieve what you want. Just take the leap, take a leap of faith. That's what I think she's really saying, um, you know, in this part of the interview. Just bet on yourself. Otherwise, you'll stay where you are if you let fear determine what you do.
I agree. I agree. And I think we all have been there a time or two, whether, when we was young or even in our adult age life that we're in. Sometimes fear can hold you back from really accomplishing your goals, and walking in your purpose. And it's something that you have to learn how to navigate through, and shake off, and it's not always easy right away and all the time, but you just have to have faith. You have to have that trust that, what it is that you were sent and sought out to do is what it is. You get a confirmation of that and your own personal conversation with your, creator that you believe in, whether that's God, it could be Buddha, it could be whoever, you know what I mean? Allah. We all have our different beliefs and creators that we see and we seek for strength and guidance. And Nafisa did join the chat. What's going on, Nafisa girl? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Do you like the conversation? You got some things you want to add?
Hi, yes, I do like the conversation. I came in a little late. I'm glad that you were able to disperse and neutralize whatever was going on. And there's always going to be, battles. I think that when people think that everything is supposed to go their way all the time, that's your first.
StreamYard's acting weird, so your sound went out, girl. I really cannot with StreamYard for real. But yeah, I don't know if you can hear me, but we can't hear you. The sound went out. So I don't know if you want to reset or whatnot and come back. I can't hear you, girl. But let's play some more of the video while you're getting your sound and stuff fixed. And then meet us on the second commentary break. I mean, the next commentary break. And then we'll catch up on all of that. So we can move right along and get the people out of here, girl.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll be right back.
What have you become aware of about yourself? What's the most recent thing that you've become aware of?
Oh my God, sis. There are so many things. I'll tell you one thing I deeply have been aware of, that I did not understand love. I didn't understand love. Like when you grow up with this distorted view of love, because when you grow up, the people you first meet, whether it's your mother, your sisters, your environment, your community, right? You learn love, whether it's an unhealthy love or whether it's a very healthy love.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have a healthy love growing up, which gave me a distorted idea of what love was. So I found myself like on this like hamster wheel of dysfunction and dysfunctional relationships, attracting dysfunction all the time because I felt like this was love. I thought love was abusive. Love was jealous. You know what I mean? Love was that because like when you're a child or when you're a young person and someone says that they love you, but then they smack the shit out of you, then you're thinking, well, maybe this is what love is. Or if someone says, I love you, but you ain't shit, then you're thinking, well, I guess you're saying that because you love me. Then you have this real confused idea of what love is. So you find yourself attracting a lot of dysfunctional relationships and dysfunctional ideas of love. And as an adult at 54 years old, I'm realizing I never really experienced true love that was not full of abuse, that was not full of manipulation. You know what I mean? And
Really?
I'm really, sis.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I have friends that I believe love me, but I got to tell you, like, I have had even insecurities and fear, even when it comes to friendship. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells sometimes. You know, I feel like I could say the wrong thing that could blow them up or that could make them not talk to me. You know what I mean?
You don't trust it.
It's like, it's because love has been so unstable. You know what I mean?
What is that? What is,
in my
what is
life?
the root of that? Like, what? I know some of your family background, but not.
Yes. I mean, I would just say the root of just how I was raised and, you know, just, you know, fighting a lot, you know, as a kid. It's some things that's so deeply personal. I don't know if it would be
totally
appropriate to talk about right now,
no,
but
that's fine.
You know, but it's a lot has to do with my preteen, you know, or like my, you know, probably from 8 to probably 21, 22, maybe 25. You know what I'm saying?
Dysfunction.
Like just dysfunction and trying to get out of the cycle of dysfunction and trying to get out of the cycle of dysfunctional relationships, like trying to attract healthier people in my life so I can have more healthy forms of love in my life.
I love that you found that awareness though.
Yeah.
Who cares what age it happens?
Yeah.
Just trying to find that. But when you think about like you know, you kind of laugh and you joke about a time being 14 years old, working this place, doing cocaine. Like, what is it even? You were a baby.
100%.
You know what I mean? Somebody's supposed to be loving on you, protecting you, and being 14 years old, being in that space, and you were either trying to find something or cover something, or
I was
like,
doing
what do you
all
think
the things.
what that was?
I was
that
trying to find love. I was trying to find like a purpose, a place for myself. And then I was just really surviving, sis. Like I was like in full survival mode.
Who even gives a child that young drugs?
Honey, it was in the community.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm from Camden, New Jersey. Like
she's like, baby, the corner.
I think you,
up the block.
I mean, seriously,
the corner store.
I feel like
I know.
intentional.
I know better than that.
Right. But it's okay.
Still, when you think about that.
But sis, it was intentional because Camden was like in a place, a small city that was probably looked at like a junkyard. Like not too long ago, my friend who is the mayor of Camden, we were talking about the fact that Camden was like a dump site to construction workers that worked outside of the community. People would come into Camden, New Jersey and dump in the middle of the night, and they would dump piles of trash on people's streets. People would wake up in the morning and they would see piles of trash in front of their homes. Think about the construction sites that you see, and they're like, where should we dump this shit? And they say, we know, Camden, because they looked at it as such a small crime, community, right? right? Where they didn't give a fuck about the people in Camden. So they would go dump trash in Camden.
That's crazy.
What else did they dump in Camden? They dumped bad food in Camden. They dumped drugs in Camden. They dumped a bunch of liquor stores in Camden. I promise you, when people first started testing crack, I'm sure they gave it to some niggas in Camden and said, here. And because of the systemic issue that we had to deal with in Camden, because of these young, brilliant minds that weren't able to get opportunity and jobs and all of that shit, they were in survival mode. So guess what they started doing? Hustling dope. And guess who started doing it? The people in the community. And guess who some of those people were? Me, my mother, some of the friends I grew up with. That's what we had access to.
Wow.
That's how we communed and fellowshipped. We fellowshipped over a line of cocaine, okay, and some naughty head gin, okay? That's how we got down in Camden. And so it was easy access. It was easy to get it. But, go ahead, tell me.
When did you feel like that was a problem?
When?
Yeah, like what moment did you, because you said you was fun, we was fellowship, it was 14, you were young or teenagers, whatever
it
years.
Until I was about 25, sis, to be honest.
Really?
Like at 25 was when I got born again and I stopped doing drugs. I literally stopped doing cocaine.
So that
at 25.
time,
I was getting high from 14 to 25 and I didn't see nothing wrong with it until I was 25 years old.
Wow.
Literally. I didn't think it was a problem. I thought it was the way that I was coping. And honestly, the dope dealers I loved and they loved me. And so, it was family. You know what I'm saying? And
do you think that that's part of why? Because when I think about that, you said the dope dealers loved you, right?
Yes.
Like you have an ability to connect with people. When people see you, especially even in character, even in some of your roles, I wonder if those experiences helped you to kind of connect with people in the way that you do now.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
100%. That's why I always will rep Camden, New Jersey, because I learned so much about life in from being from Camden. I mean, people are funny in Camden, strong, don't take no shit, all of the things. And it's this authenticity that's in Camden. And I want to say something because I thought about this, and this is how I feel, right? Coming from Camden, a place that I feel people looked at as trash. Like people used to feel.
That's so sad. That makes me sad.
Though,
yeah.
sis.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
When you think about it, people used to talk about Camden being one of the highest crime cities, in America. There were more murders in Camden, more dope dealers in Camden, more poverty in Camden. And it was a place that looked like nothing but trash. But I believe, and this is how I feel about myself, I feel righteously recycled. Like, that's how I feel, righteously recycled. I feel like Camden is going to be righteously recycled. What do I mean by righteous recycling something? Like taking something old that people looked at as trash and recycling it into something brand new and something usable and something important to the community and to the environment. I felt like trash that was recycled into something new. And that's the same thing I believe and feel about Camden.
Woo! I hear that, sister.
Wow, wow, wow. No, that's deep right there. That is deep. It's deep for multiple reasons, right? It's not just the overall message that she is sharing, which I know that there's a lot of us out here that probably feel that same type of way based off of maybe the areas that we were born and raised, that we come from. But why it hits home for me is because I know exactly the city and the state that she's talking about, because it's where I was born and raised. Is where a majority of my family still resides to this day. And exactly the way she's speaking and expressing how people have looked at that city, right? In that state. It is the truth. They looked at that place as if it was trash. And that's all they would ever bring to it was trash. And all they ever thought the people who came from it were ever going to be was trash. And when you get taught that and you get told that over and over in your life, you start to believe it. You start to think that you can't be better and you can't make it out and you'll never be anything, because that is how society looks at it. But if you have faith, if you have the elders, good people, wise people around you that are literally pouring into you and telling you that you're not where you come from, that doesn't express who you are. It doesn't define who you are. It's about where you go and what you go on to do. And anything is possible for anybody. That is the absolute truth. And a lot of the things that people get caught up in doing, getting pregnant 14, 15, that was a thing that was looked at as normal. That's why when we have a lot of these issues when it comes to these, older men with younger girls, a lot of people don't see it as severe or serious, because in certain communities, that was normal. Being and doing Uggs at such a young age, or pushing them, selling them, so you can bring home some money and put food on the table for your family. Help and aid your parents to bring home food, buy your school clothes, buy the shoes and the things that you want. You out there in these streets hustling at a young age, and that's deemed to be normal. A lot of times you have elders that do it, that have been doing it, and you're a young one coming up, and they teach you the ropes on how to get out there and do it, because it was the only way that people could make a living and make some extra money to be able to survive, because the government wasn't caring about the city or the states. They weren't assisting the people, and
Can
whatever
I
assistance that
have
they
something
did
really
give,
quick?
it wasn't enough. So a lot of these things are true. Yeah, go ahead, Nafisa.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I'm sorry if you guys hear my motor or whatever. I'm in a car, but I just wanted to say something too, just about that. Because I celebrated my family little reunion in Jersey for the Fourth of July. My mom's twin sister was there, and she's born on the Fourth of July. Of course, so was her twin sister, and we were all out there in Jersey hanging out. And I know about Camden, but we wasn't there. But, I understand that. And it's not only Camden, it's all types of boroughs in New York where they dump the trash, places in Harlem, places in the Bronx, places in Brooklyn, every place. And that's why I give my people the benefit of the doubt. Even when they wrong, I try to be there for them. And even when they down, and even if they doing me wrong, I try to take up for them. And that's what I love about you, because I do give people that have our struggle, okay, chance after chance, because they never was given a chance. It was the government dumping those drugs and dumping rugs and pew pews and all of these things in our neighborhood, taking the jobs away from schools. When you left school back in the day, you either knew how to weld, you knew how to fix cars, you knew how to do something that would get your family money straight out of high school. They took all of those programs out and put those rugs and all of that nonsense in. And we're not even going to talk about hip hop, because we know what they did with that. And when you are that is something being put on you. You know what I mean? And people try to act like, oh well, then you shouldn't have did it. It's like, what are you going to do? It's like we have to have compassion for each other. We literally have to have compassion. And instead of just complaining about the problem, if you understand how the problem is there and what all of the obstacles that are there, then you can start moving through those obstacles. But if you want to act like that there's not a problem, and it was us, the poor people, who or the people that were in the lower classes in those kind of neighborhoods that she was talking about, and blaming it on them. I'm sorry, but I'm not blaming it on them. I'm not saying that they don't have any, like if you chose to do that. But when you live in that, I never dealt with any of that kind of stuff, but I had family. So I saw the struggle. You get what I mean? I saw the struggle of all of that. of people that can't go and see their family because they're scared that a social worker might be there and their baby mother might not get their money or whatever like that. And they're out there looking for a job that they can't get. And the only thing that is there is rugs and pew pews. You know what I mean? It's like, can we give our people some sort of compassion so that we can do something about it, you know?
I absolutely agree. And Imani, what did you think about this portion right here as well? In this particular segment, I know the city and the state she's talking about is in the United States, but we know that this is also something that is a thing worldwide in a lot of different
Mhm.
countries, cities, and areas and other countries as well. So, what are some of your thoughts and feelings about this, Imani?
Yeah, you're right, Nafisa. There are places, even in the UK, even places that I've lived in my youth, that were considered dumping grounds. I lived on a see you, or if you can you hear me?
If the sound had went out, just start over, Imani. I'm sorry, they're messing with the stuff. I'm gonna fix it, but just start
Yeah.
It's
over.
good. We can hear it. It's good.
Yeah, I lived on an estate where they wouldn't even bring your mail. A doctor wouldn't come out to see you because it was, it was considered like you say, like one of the projects that was a dumping ground. And people out there, even strangers, if you came onto one of those places, you had to make sure that people knew you were bringing someone that was from out of town or not from that area onto that estate. Because if you had to go and meet them outside of the estate to bring them onto the estate, because people would not even allow strangers in there, uh, you know. And so they were considered dumping grounds. And people, and I've met a lot of people that got out, and there are young people that got out, but there are also some that didn't get out, and some that are doing 30, 40 years now. These people did not, they didn't have a chance, a lot of them, and I still see some of them to this day. And then their children become, you know, follow the same path. It was like there was a prison pipeline from like the eighth grade to juvenile to prison. But there are people that do get out, and when you see that they get out, you're really proud. And she talks about um, the fact that she was on pharmaceuticals from the age of 14 to 25, and she's clean. That
Right.
is a big achievement, because some people don't get out. And when the CRAC came into the community, that was it. That was it for a lot of people. So, and the other thing that she talked about was the unhealthy relationships, that as
Yeah.
she's grown older, she's unwilling to allow unhealthy behavior in her life. Because she talks about the mirror showing yourself and the window showing what's possible. And growing up around dysfunction, it distorted her definition of love. And things like abuse, jealousy, and manipulation were normal to her. But now that as she's gotten older, she has less of those dysfunctional relationships, and that's about dealing with your traumas as well, which we've talked about many a time on here. And even your friendships, sometimes, as you can see, you have to let some people go because they stay stuck in whatever age they think they're at, and they don't move on. You can't, people can't change something that they refuse to see. And a lot of people don't see themselves, as we've seen today. A grown woman coming in and acting like she's a teenager. But the problem with people like that, they will meet the wrong person one of these days, because there are people out there who come from places like where I come from, and they will find you when you do that shit. You don't you got to know what you're doing. And you got to know who you are and how you should be behaving. And sometimes some people, they stay stuck because the people around them don't tell them it's not right. You know, some people don't have a choice, but people who have a choice should be looking at themselves in the mirror and looking at what they're doing and looking at the example they're setting. Some of these people are grown mothers with children, still acting like they're on middle aged baddies. I mean, what the hell are we doing here? But that's just me, I've digressed. But she also talked a lot about, the fact that Camden was seen, impoverished area, was seen as trash. And that's where people came to dump their trash. And there are many places like that. I grew up in a place like that where you couldn't walk at night. You had to know where you were going and what you were doing. Even the police used to be afraid to come in to some of the places that I've lived. So, she really has done the work on herself. But she also credits Camden with giving her a toughness, a humour, and her authenticity despite the problems that she had. And I think sometimes that's where you grow and how you grow helps you when you move forward. It helps you to handle certain things that you face later on in life. And sometimes you don't. Sometimes you might handle them the way you used to, but sometimes it's necessary, I think. But a lot of us, we embrace that past because it's given us our steel, it's given us our energy, it's given us the courage to face anything, anything. Because, we're a lot of people, there's a lot of mothers that I know that have kissed their children goodbye and never seen them again. They've just gone to the store or they've gone to school. These are some of the things that a lot of people who live in those places go through day in, day out. So, I'm very grateful for my upbringing, and I'm also very grateful for the chances I've been given, and I've taken them and grabbed them with two hands because that's what you got to do. And don't be afraid. That's the other thing. Don't be afraid.
Very well said, Imani. Absolutely true. I agree with just everything you said, per
Me
usual.
too.
What it's about, grabbing it with two hands to understand or get to a point in your life where, against the odds and against what people tell you, that you know that you are worthy, that you know that you can achieve and accomplish the dreams that they may feel as though they don't see it for you, but you see it for you. And when you see any opportunity may come along that can help you get closer to accomplishing that dream, grab it with two hands and hold tight and never let go because that's what it takes. That's the gumption that it takes. But Nafisa, you have a few things to add as well.
Well, first, I wanted to say this was my first time on a live with Imani, and I wanted to say it's a pleasure, and it's really nice meeting you on a live today.
Oh, thank you, Nafisa.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And yeah, it's like the same, all of the insecurities as far as like financials and all of um, the terror and just the politics, all the globalists, all of these same people. And I've heard a few lives that you've done. I love listening to Imani's accent. It's so nice to have someone with an accent that I feel is just like a great person. You know what I mean? I love your accent. Sometimes I just like it just makes me want to listen to you. It's addicting. And it's like these same people who have hurt us as far as like governments, people have to realize in the West, it's the same group of people. Like people act like, oh no, that's them. Those are the Brits, or and those are the Jamaicans, and those are this group of black people, and this group of this and that, or this group of poor people, or it's this whether or not you're a poor white person, a poor black person, it's the same group of people who are literally cursing us. And so it's like we look at each other and we tear each other apart, and we don't actually look at the connection of where this true problem is coming from. That's what I see. Because when I look at all of the things that we've been through in America, all of the things that people have been through in Europe, it's the same group of. It's amazing. It's the same group that's hindering everyone else, and they're all friends in all of those countries. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think people need to project their anger at where the
Hmm.
problem is and not at other people, you know.
Hmm.
And I really think a lot of them, you know, need a hug because
Yeah,
they got problems.
yeah. People need a
We give
hug.
out
Like
free
like
hugs.
like grass isn't enough. Grass isn't enough. You need a grass. You need some grass. And I'm not talking about look. I love me some some a little bit of grass, but you need more than grass. You might need a hug, and it might need to be with a person and not a tree. A true
We
hug.
giving out free hugs, y'all. Free hugs. Everybody come through. We got hugs for you. If you need a hug, we give you a hug. Maybe
You
that'll
know.
help you a little. You know.
I
Yeah.
like what you were saying in the beginning of this segment, because when she was talking about true love and love, it's like once you really do pinpoint and love yourself, like once you start really loving yourself, the love is there. Once you know, once you are able to have that love for yourself, it's hard to have people around you that don't love you, because people
Right.
that don't love you will not feel comfortable. It's almost like when you're around a high vibrational person and then you have people that just vibrate low. It's like they can't stand being around someone who's high vibrational. They could be doing everything right. They could be doing everything right. But the low vibrationals will not like them, and they will find a reason not to like them. They can fake it and fake it for months, but all of it will come true. And that's what I see. That's what I see too. That's what I see. Even when I see people going back and forth, I can always tell who the one is that's even if the one person is wrong about what they're doing, I can always tell. I can always pinpoint who's the evil one, because it like the real well like and I don't want to like be like you're evil, you're not, but I mean like the evils, like they stick together because they know how dangerous each other are. Do you get what I mean? What I'm saying with that? Like the people who vibrate so low, they know not to mess with each other because they know that it's gonna go down. But they love picking on like the high vibrationals and throwing their little hits and running. Just like you, what do you guys say? Like hide your hands or something like that. That's
Yeah. Throwing rocks and hiding their hands. You know.
yeah,
I know
yeah.
what you're doing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
And
you know what, Nafisa, a lot of them can only do it behind a screen because it makes
Oh
them feel
yeah.
powerful
Hmm.
because they don't face consequences. They really don't face consequences. But I worked with some young people, and I will tell you, they will find people.
Hmm.
They will find people and turn up and say, talk now, because they don't play. They don't
Yeah.
play. This is why these people will buck up on the wrong person. You know, they're talking loose, talking reckless. But you know what? I don't need to fight on panels. Their biggest power is a stream yard. That's all they got. And a keyboard. That is all they got. They got
They don't really
nothing
want it
else.
though. They don't really want it though. I think they're lying. They don't really want it. And I'm not talking about like a physical fight. I'm talking about I watch people go on lives live and act like it's like they're telling the truth, and just so that they can get all of whatever. But then when you really want to show up, it seems like they want to let you get it out, but it's not in good faith. You get what I mean? It's not in good faith.
This is. I don't know. To be honest with you, Nafisa, I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know how you can get into your 40s and still acting like you're 15
Sound
and
just like
nothing can
you.
touch you.
Yeah.
They're just ridiculous. Ridiculous. But I always say those people always meet the right one for them. But I'm not here to argue with people. I don't want to know them. I don't care. They just need to stay where they are and do their toxic foolishness and leave me alone.
Yep.
Leave me alone.
Yep. It's just and they lie because they don't really think anything is going to happen, and they actually do well when they lie because it sounds more provocative, and you know it like this makes good commentary. And at the end of the day, when you have real people like me who are like researchers who will sit in the bushes and not come on just to protect myself and the people around me so I can know what's going on. I I don't do it out of pettiness. I do it so I can know what's going on, because you can easily fall for someone who is not who they say they are. And it's not even about PTSD now. This is like, ooh, what I'm doing. I don't care. It's not even about PTSD, because I do have that when it comes to YouTube, but I am not um like I'm not putting my guard down for none of these people anymore. We're at the point now where it's like, if you if you're not who you say you are, I don't want to mess with you. Like, because what are you doing? It's how everyone is able to do this, because they act like there's someone who they're not.
Exactly. They're cosplaying being bad. Cosplaying.
And they
Because you
have
know
five and they
something?
have five aliases. It's like, what?
And not only that, Nafisa, do you know something? Real bad people do not talk, they just do. These people are not bad, they're bad for social media. They're not bad in real life. They've got nothing going
Yeah.
on in real life. This is the only place they feel like a somebody. And it's sad. It's so sad that you have to come to YouTube to feel like you're bad. Bad people don't act like that. You're not bad, you're an idiot.
And at the end of the day, really, at the end of the day, I really think that people are going to start seeing people for who they are before 2027 gets there. I really
Well,
think
you know
that it's going to show. It's
what?
going to show.
Cat Williams said this would be the year of exposure. You know, these people and what they do and what is done in the dark is going to come to the light. Who they really are at the core is going to come to the light. We are going to start seeing it, right? And it's not only that how they are is going to shine any brighter. It's been shining. It's more so our eyes are going to open. We're going to see it for what it really is and see these people for who they really are. And then we get a chance to make our decision how we want to move forward. Do we want to continue being around individuals like this, or do we want to gravitate away from them? And I think why a lot of the anger and the resentment comes from these people is that people no longer want to be around them.
Well, how do you wake up in the morning? Every morning you wake up, you just want to talk shit about people. That's all you do. Every single morning that you wake.
And the sound going out again. And
Yep,
that's
it went out
another
for a
thing.
second. It came back. It came back.
Whatever is happening here, it is all being surveillance and it's all being monitored. So I'm getting really sick and tired of whatever is going on. We cannot blame it on the weather. It's a perfectly beautiful day outside. My computer works just fine. And I know that manipulation is happening on my device. And I've already had two people in the chat tell me that they've been blocked. And I've never blocked them. So who did it?
But I
Huh?
mean, that's
We should
another thing that I
fear
see
that
happening to a
decent.
lot of creators. People are blocking, people are able to block other people, and it's destroying other people's channels. And what they do is that they send people in, right? What they do is that it'll be a person that has like a main channel. And they'll have like five other aliases. And what they do is that because they burn their bridge because they don't have a personality, you could tell who they are after a while. And what they're doing is trying to be a detective. And then they go and they tell all the other channels what you're talking about, even when they're not even thinking about you. And they think that this is literally their job. It's the most pitiful thing I've ever seen. I've ever seen in my life.
So basically, like we were saying, agents of chaos. This is what they're doing. And it is a thing. And for people who have been calling it out and trying to literally say, like, yo, there is something going on here. And we're going to put our fingers on it as far as what it is. But you're made out to be the crazy one. You're crazy. You don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
remember, I'll get the people will get mad at me. Like the one time when I was like, "Hey, why don't you come on camera?" People got upset with me for saying that, and I feel like just come on the camera. I have a couple of like little things, like if I'm on another email address or something, I have the two YouTubes because I never opened the one. Or if I go into Discord, I have a few Discords that I'm on, but it's like with like a professional Discord, not like this crazy stuff. I didn't even know that there was real good Discords out there because of all of the craziness. The first Discord I was in, it turned out to be just a mess. But there's really good things out there, and I'll tell people, "Oh, I'm Golden Goddess 11 on here," but like my real, I'm not Fisa here. I mean, I'm not Fisa on the YouTube. Or if they give me the Discord, I'll go, "I'm Golden Goddess 11 on there," but it's still me, not Fisa. I want you to know who I am. But people don't want you to know who they are because they know that they're doing wrong and they're spying and lying.
Right. But let's go ahead and take a quick little song break and then get back into our content, girl. Because, child, these people, I'm telling you, they'll drive you up a wall. They really will. But we
I'll
can't
have
let
to go
them.
on the replay to hear what happened.
Yeah. But, it was just a disgusting thing that this woman came in to say geared towards Imani. And these people are hateful. They say things, they throw rocks, they hide their hands. When you respond and when you retaliate, now you're the bad person. Grow up. Please grow up. Because what I know to be true, and this is not even adult lesson, you get taught these lessons very young. We're talking about a neighborhood and community right now that Tasha Smith was talking about that I'm from, where we got taught these lessons, okay? If you hit somebody or your parents and your family members will tell you somebody hit you, you hit them back. That's it. So you can't just go around this world thinking that you're just going to punch at people, hit people, attack people, and they're not supposed to defend themselves against you. It doesn't work that way. So if you do not want to be hit back, you should not hit in the first place. Just
And
leave
if you
people
have
alone.
something to say, have a receipt. That's all. If somebody really said something and you really are worried about anything, your family or whatever like that, just show what is going on and don't just talk because half of the time people are not smart enough to know that people are just lying for attention.
Right. And anybody who have all of these accounts like that, I think that is very weird. It's very odd. Like what is your purpose in doing that? You know what I mean? Like be you. Be the only you. I remember somebody was very, very surprised because something had happened with one of my other channels or whatnot, and it was taken from me. And I have my screen name is Golden Queen. And when I came back, I was Golden Queen again. I'm not nobody else. I'm only ever Golden Queen when I come to the social media platform. Why
Hmm.
would I need to be several other different people at the same daggone engaging with people? That's
Hmm.
giving split personality
Yeah.
disorder.
Yes.
And I ain't no
Yeah.
psychiatrist, no psychologist, so this ain't, no medical professional advice. But I have worked in the psychiatric hospitals. To me, that's weird. And then there's literally a different personality for each of them. It's weird.
Well, listen, it's
Sometimes,
not defamatory when someone has 3, 4, 5 aliases acting like they're a totally different person just so that they can be friends with you. Like, not only is it like it's weird to the point where when I know someone's doing that, I'm done. I'm done with you. Yeah,
it
I
is
don't care
very
if you are. I
odd.
don't care if anybody else is. But me personally, I don't. That's the. I don't like that. You know, I have a
Yeah.
nickname. Sometimes some people call me Daniela. You know what I mean? But it's me. It's still me. I don't act like I'm somebody else. But I'm saying that's a real Nick. That's real life. But I'm just saying, like, why do that? Because you know that somebody already doesn't like you. You blew your bridge, but then you try to build another bridge by being someone else, and then you can't even be someone else because people like me that are smart, I know it's you because you can't change your personality. You can't change your low vibrational thoughts and comments.
Right. Right. And yeah, these type of things have been happening here in this sector on the YouTube and stuff. And it's like, yeah, it's very obvious now what they're doing it for. You know, always to have some type of, you know, identity to hide behind. And I just think that's weird that people move that way. Like I've only seen people who change their identities up all the time that are on the run or they're trying to stay safe from something. It's kind of weird, you know.
They're
So
trying to
which
stay
one
safe
is
from themselves. They're trying to stay safe from themselves so people don't know who they are.
it's something weird. But y'all, let's take a quick song break, and after the song break, we're gonna get into some more of the video, y'all, and then we'll probably wrap it up after that because I don't want to keep y'all too much longer. But this was an excellent conversation,
Okay,
and
I'm gonna
that's
run
why.
to the store real quick.
Okay, all right, let's go
Oh,
ahead
oh,
and
you
get.
know what, Golden? I thought we were gonna finish up here because it's late for me.
Oh,
And I
how late
think
is it?
it's 11:15.
It was about like okay, almost 12 there for you. Okay, got you. All right. So let's just we'll play a little bit more of the conversation instead of a song. And then after this little piece, then we'll end it right here after that with songs at the end. Is that better like that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Just a little bit, bro. Just a little bit. Hang on just a little while longer. This is a
yeah.
really
It's
good
just
conversation.
that it's late. It's yeah. Okay.
Hold on, just a little bit more. We're not gonna play too much more, and then after that, we'll just play the songs in the end. And then I know you might have to dip out, you know, before then. But I really wanted to hear some more what she had to say because it's really a lot of great knowledge here that she's talking about in the interview. So let's get into it, y'all. I'm gonna meet y'all in the chat.
I swear I do, sis.
No, I do. What do you say to somebody? Because not when you're telling your story, I'm thinking, wow, what a beautiful story. You've made it out. This, I don't know, inspiration to people who are in similar situations. But I think about for every one of you that gets recycled in this way,
Yes.
how many people didn't make it out of that situation. I think about all the things that went wrong in people's lives that didn't at 25 make them want to stop what they've been doing since they're 14.
Yes.
What do you think? What do you say to somebody who hasn't made it to the other side yet?
It's never too late. Like it really isn't too late. To me, as long as we have breath and as long as we have ability, it's not too late, sis. It really isn't. Like I remember back in the day when I would go and teach in Atlanta, like acting classes, right? Because there was so much production coming into Atlanta. And I remember people would come in, older women, younger people, you know, all kinds of people. But when the older people would come in and they'd be like, well, I always had the dream to be an actor. Well, guess what? You got Tyler Perry Studios that's doing great stuff in Atlanta. You have all these productions that's coming into Atlanta. Let me teach you the tools of acting and let's see you become a co-star, background. It could start off being background. You're acting. A background actor is an actor. We need background. We need you in the scene. We need to fill in the blanks of the scene. Let's say now we have a co-star. You might just give one line two lines, but guess what? You're acting, you're doing the dream that you never thought you would be able to do. Now there's a whole community of people that live in Atlanta and the surrounding cities because of all the production that's been going to Atlanta, that's now living the dream. We need old people. We need young people. We need middle-aged people. We need all kinds of people. It's never too late as long as you're still living.
Who's the oldest person that came in for acting class?
Oh my God. I remember there was this guy named Jerry that came in.
How old was Jerry?
Jerry was like, he had to be almost 70.
And he had never acted?
Almost 70.
He had never acted?
He was trying to pursue his acting, but I don't know.
70.
At 70.
Oh.
I mean, I've had all kinds.
God bless Jerry. God bless Jerry.
And I've had strippers, porn stars. I had all kinds of people that would come. And I always wanted the people that felt overlooked. Anybody that felt overlooked. Those are the people I wanted. There was this one girl that came in who was a former stripper, and she was not that good.
Wait, stripping or acting?
Well, she was that good at stripping. Thank God I could act.
All right, take
check
girls. The girl came in. She was a bad actress. Right.
People always talked about how bad she was, and I was like, but she's still coming every day. Every week. She's in class every week, and guess what? Her passion and her persistence, her perseverance. I'm telling you, she is working her ass off right now.
No, I love that.
Her name is Keisha, and Keisha, you know who you are.
Oh my God. Is she working? Is she a working actress?
She's a working actress.
Wow.
And every time I look at her Instagram, I'll be like, that's the one they said wasn't going to make it.
Look at her going. And she be the one you be
gorgeous.
And you the one rooting for her. Those are the ones you're rooting for.
I'm rooting for her. I promise you.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back for a second. So 25-year-old, now you make a change in your life, right? You change your life. The drugs is gone. How do you treat yourself? At 25, how do you feel about your life before that? Because sometimes we have regrets. We might have some shame, especially when you make a big pivot like that, when you're looking at your life with a fresh new lens. I just wonder if you had any to deal with all of that.
I had a lot of shame.
Yeah.
I had a lot of shame. I had a lot of fear, and I really looked at myself horribly. It's almost like if you have like this beautiful mirror that you throw a bunch of shit on, and then you try to look at yourself in it, and you really can't see yourself clearly. There was a time, sis, that I wouldn't even look in the mirror. I didn't want to look in the mirror. Like I could go in a bathroom and I could be like trying to avoid the mirror because I felt so tainted from the experiences that I experienced that I did not look beautiful to myself. Like I literally did not think that I was beautiful.
Crazy.
Like, I'm not even kidding.
With the skin, these cheekbones?
Sis, I could not see myself.
Wow.
Sometimes, like, I'll look back at pictures of my younger self, when my titties sat up on their own. But now they sit up on their own now because I got a titty reduction and a lift. Okay.
Come on, titty reduction and lift.
I got a titty reduction and a lift.
They look lovely.
Listen, sis, these titties, honey.
Do you have no bra on?
Listen, I mean, I got just a little, something.
A bralette.
Sis, listen, these titties were hanging so deep. I said, if I don't get a handle on this, I'm going to be tucking these motherfuckers in my pants in a minute.
So you made a decision for yourself.
I did. So Dr. Mark Richards, thank you for my new titties.
And by the way, Dr. Mark Richards, well done, sir.
I mean, they sitting up by themselves.
They are.
But when I would look at pictures of my former self, when my titties sat up on their own before the reduction, I was like, I didn't think she was beautiful. I'm like, damn, that's a shame that my mind was so jacked up. As fine as I was, I did not think I was beautiful.
So what turned that around for you?
I had to start, I feel like prayer and like therapy You know, honestly, and I went like 8 years. I don't know if you know this, but I went 8 years of celibacy. I was celibate for 8 years.
But wait, I have to understand this timeline. So at 25, what's the thing that makes you stop? You said you were born again. That's what made you stop messing with drugs and
yes,
what?
Sex, alcohol, cigarettes, like everything. Like I went cold turkey. And it was so like crazy.
Like just one day?
Like I went to a church, I got saved, and then I quit everything. And I literally was having major, massive anxiety attacks.
What do you mean?
Like where I thought I had something in my chest.
Do you think it was because you're from the addiction?
I know it was because I went to the hospital several times begging for the doctor to do an x-ray of my chest because I felt like my chest was literally caving in.
Oh my God.
Like I literally was learning how to be in life sober and healthy and really trying to learn myself. So that time of celibacy was me spending time with Tasha to get to know Tasha and get to know God because I was coming out of being atheist. So I was atheist. I didn't believe in God, didn't believe in myself. You know, I had done drugs all that time. So I was literally relearning my life, myself, and trying to be comfortable in this new mentality, this mindset, and these emotions and these feelings. And, you know, it was rough. It was a lot. And I thank God for all my friends that were patient with me during that time because I struggled a lot on a mental health level, an emotional level, just a spiritual level. Like life was tough. It was tough.
What do you think was the low point of that? Like, what is the point where you feel like, you know, what is the low point
Depression,
of that? And how you get up?
Depression. Yeah. You know what I mean? Feeling like you're not supposed to be here. You know, I mean, during that time I had suicidal thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Like not knowing what my life was going to be. You know what I mean? Just being so afraid, sis, that I was not healthy. I just wasn't healthy. I'm not even going to lie.
But you had something in you that made you want to be clean, that made you want to be celibate, that made you want to find another way.
That's why I give it, like, I don't mean to be preachy all the time, but that's why even my tattoo says to dream big, right? To dream big and to trust God. Like I can't give it to anything but God. Like when I was at my wit's end, like that's the only answer I have. I don't know any other answer.
Yeah.
I don't know how I had the drive. I don't know how I did it, how I made it, how I had the energy being depressed in bed, crying for days and days at a time. Remember, I did a lot of drugs to try to cover the pain and cover the reality of my pain. And then to have to face that stuff, sis, I was not okay. And the only thing I could give it to is God's grace.
Wow.
And God's love for my life. I cannot give it to anything else.
I have to ask you, because we talk about the low moment. When is the high moment?
Girl, I mean, sis, I remember one high moment that I always think about. I had gotten this job in Mexico. Like back in the day, there were these novellas that they turned into.
You did a novella?
I did a novella, but
you
it
did
was
a Mexican novella?
I did a Mexican novella, but they made it like American, right? And I think I was getting like around 2,300 or 2,500 a week. And girl, I was rich. Cause mind you, I was 6 months behind in my rent. I was staying in this apartment in Culver City, right? I had a Latino, a Mexican guy that owned the building. And I remember I would tell this guy, please don't evict me. I promise you I will have the money. I promise you. I wish I knew where that man was. He was a barber, Culver City, but he trusted me, sis. Right?
Wow. He let you rock 6 months?
6 months, sis. He trusted me. Now, I got this novella, right? And I let a friend move in to kind of sublet the apartment while I was gone. It's such a great story. You're gonna love this. So you're gonna love it.
I love it already.
So let me just digress. Let me back up a little bit. I was a stand-up comic at the time. And at the time, I was best friends with a guy named Anthony Clark, comedian. He did a show called Yes Dear, stand-up comic, and we would do comedy together. And we met these guys named Max Muchnick and David Cohan. Max Muchnick and David Cohan became the writers and creators of Will and Grace, right?
Wow.
So they were working on a show for Anthony Clark, and they met me, met Anthony, and we were all had this little love fest. So cut back to being in Mexico doing this novella. So that was money that God gave me, sustaining me. I got money to pay back this guy. So I get a call from Max Muchnick and David Cohan. And they're like, we got a show picked up on NBC called Boston Common for Anthony Clark. And we wrote a character after you. Her name is Tasha King, and she's in charge of the student union at Emerson College. And
All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and end it right there. I do have the poll up, so y'all can answer the poll if you want to, and then we'll give some of our final thoughts and opinions on this last segment of the live. Wrap it up with a few bops, then get y'all up out of here. Imani, I'm gonna let you go first, bro, because I know it's later there for you than it is for us. So, what are some of your thoughts, feelings, and opinion on this last segment right here of the live?
Yeah, she talks about getting sober at 25, but it getting sober didn't make her automatically comfortable. So removing, her addiction didn't remove the pain that the pharmaceuticals had been masking, and she had to face herself and rebuild her identity and learn how to live sober before her professional breakthrough came. And she said she did a lot of that with prayer and therapy. And she was celibate. She stopped, taking the drugs and cigarettes all at once. But she had to learn to live without the things that she used to mask her traumas and her pain. And I think she said most of all, her faith helped her all through that. And then she got a paid acting job. She was behind on her rent, and then she got bigger opportunities, but the hardest part was, facing up to what had brought her to the addiction stage. And I think that's really, really key, that you have to face up to your traumas before you can move on, before you can be happy with who you are as a person. It's really important. It's really important, if we want to move on in life. But yeah, I mean, the whole interview does have a lot of gems, and like I said, she's been through the mill, and she's still come out the other side, and that's what I really, really, really took from this. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I took from this, but I really took a lot from that, and because the main thing was, it doesn't matter where you start, it's where you finish. You um she talked about being righteously recycled. Has ever felt that they've been written off, overlooked, or underestimated? She dropped out of school in the ninth grade. She grew up around you know a lot of pharmaceuticals and other instability in Camden. She struggled with her insecurity about her education, but sometimes you can see something for yourself that nobody around you can see yet. You don't have to have the connections, you don't have to have the money, you don't have to have the qualifications, you don't even have to know how exactly you're going to get there. You just have to keep going. And that's what she keeps saying. Develop your gift, study your craft, do the work, and prepare yourself for the opportunity that's coming for you. And she also said, be afraid, but don't wait until you've lost your fear to start living. Um, Start anything you do afraid. Start a new business, go back to school, create your content afraid, walk into the room for an interview afraid, because courage isn't about saying, I'm not scared. Courage is about admitting I'm scared, but I'm going to do it anyway. Going to do it anyway. And we also have to acknowledge, some of our past, or our past and things that happened to us, and acknowledge where we came from, who might have hurt us. But eventually, we have to ask, what am I going to do with the life that I've got in front of me? And that's about, you're not your worst decision, you're not your lowest moment, you're not somebody else's opinion of you, and you're certainly not disposable. But maybe we're all righteously recycled. And that's what you get with wisdom as you get older. And one last thing I would really like to say to the lady that came in here earlier. At some point, you have to ask yourself, what is missing from your own life when trolling and calling people abusive names becomes your only existence? And obsessing over what other people are doing becomes your existence. I don't know whether you've got any real friends or real love around you. And I'm not going to pretend I know your private life. But I do know that people who are fulfilled don't usually need to spend every day trying to humiliate and abuse people. You need to look in the mirror and find out what's going on with you. Because you calling us names doesn't diminish us. It just simply shows who you are, and that you have nothing meaningful to say apart from insults. And that's really a sad reflection that you've got to this stage in your life, and that's all you're about. That's a reflection of the energy that you've chosen for yourself. Why don't you take some of your comments in chats and show them, if you have a child, because I don't know if you have one, show them to your child, show them to your family, show them what you do all day, make them proud of you, show them what you spend your day doing. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe they'll give you a pat on the back and say, well
Right.
done.
And I just want to address something really quick. If y'all will take a look at the screen, someone decided to come in and leave laughing emojis while we're talking about a topic as serious as this, that holds a lot of weight and importance, right? And I do know that one of the main things that we do here and we are talking about within this topic is that people can come from or go from rags to riches, right? That means they can start maybe in one area and they can end in another. Meaning maybe they live in a hood or a ghetto, and maybe they don't have a lot of money when they first start out, but they can end up in Hollywood. They can end up being a surgeon. They can end up being a doctor. And so, Lady Letitia, yeah, that's you. I don't understand exactly what's so funny when you come in here, right? This is a deep
She's actually
conversation.
quite, she's even more sad because she spends her days abusing a
Well,
woman who is 20 years her junior.
Mhm,
You are more sad than the
mhm,
person that came in here before, because your
right.
life is about you sitting on your chair. In fact, I think your chair's got a higher IQ than you, sitting on your chair and abusing someone who's 20 years your junior. Why don't you go and show some of your lives to all your friends and family?
mhm,
That's what, show them what you do all day, because that's what you've accomplished.
mhm,
That's what you've
Well, when she's
accomplished in
not
your
talking
life.
about
To be
people on
abusing
YouTube,
a young girl, talking about her hair,
mhm,
even though
mhm.
we have the Crown Act, yeah, to your mainly Caucasian audience, you
Mhm.
are more sad than the person who came in here to troll us. But keep talking like you're talking, Lady Letitia, because you'll be crying soon, like you were crying when you had to go to court. Crying. That's what you were doing, crying. You were
Well, when
crying when
she
I
he challenged
challenged you
her,
to a spelling test. A
right? She
spelling
was talking about.
test. You were crying. Don't
Uh-huh.
come in here with your big bad self. You're another one.
It's really embarrassing. Like you're very embarrassing. Like I don't know, you said you stood 10 toes down, and you said and you told us, "Oh, I haven't changed. I've always been that way." That makes it even worse because if you've been this way your whole life, it's really embarrassing and it's really sad. I don't know what you would come in here and laugh about. There's nothing funny about this topic that we're talking about. It's actually very powerful. It's actually very insightful, but I guess you don't care about those type of things
It's too
because
highbrow for her. There's
you
more than
poverty
the
people.
words have more than four letters in them. It's too highbrow for her. She doesn't understand it. Go
No,
read your
no.
chat. Practice reading your chat.
And poverty shaming. You know what I'm saying? Like we're literally talking about people who may come honestly from places where maybe they didn't have the best start, but they were able to make something of themselves and have a better life despite all of the things that were stacked against them. But the likes of you like to make fun of people, right? That's why you sit up here and you call people what? Welfare queens. That's why you sit up here and you laugh at someone who is saying, if anyone's going to donate or wants to donate, I
And
will,
and
you
and
know.
no, the other thing is, Golden, what's she doing in our chat? Because she says we hang out with scumbags. Look in the
Yeah.
Right,
mirror. Look in the
right.
mirror. You'll see a scumbag.
I don't see what's funny.
And,
I really don't see what's
and
funny.
another thing that I don't understand, I just don't get, I like I, I don't understand what the big deal is to be to act like you're not upset.
Another one who doesn't have friends.
Yeah, to act like you're upset about to act like you're not upset about.
Isn't it time to self medicate, Lady Letitia? Hmm? You're normally jonesing on your chair, allegedly.
But why does she care? You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to strike you. We're not, like, no one's doing that. Like, why do you care about anything about who anyone's dating or like, if that's what you do, that's what you do. But just think about it. Like, who cares who's friends with who or who's in it? I don't understand, like, what this is. I don't understand it. I, I'm sorry, guys. I usually do have a lot to say, but it's
Because I see like the only thing that she really gets a rise off of talking about is hating on a Meghan Markle because she's a biracial woman that's married to a white prince. So I think it speaks a lot about your character, and you don't really have anything constructive to say about that woman. You just hate the fact that she's in a position that you wish that you could be in and you're not, and then you poverty shame people. And then when we're talking about a deep conversation over here,
Mhm,
literally
mhm.
about going from rags to riches, you
Yeah,
think it's funny. What's funny about it? I think it
nothing.
all ties in and correlates to how you really feel. There's something wrong with your mindset. You think that you're above people, you think that you're better than people, and you have this weird type of mindset to where you want to talk down to people that you feel is beneath you, right? Remember the things that she said, y'all. Okay? She called people welfare queens. She was laughing at people for being on, what is it, Imani?
Section 8, I think
Section
Section
8
8.
bitches,
Yeah,
I think she
yeah.
said. Section 8 bitches.
When
Do
I
you know
heard that, I
something,
was very surprised.
Letitia? You can have
I
money
liked her.
today and none tomorrow. Let's
Yes.
hope that never happens to you. Okay?
I'll tell you this: I've never been on Section 8, but guess what? I've helped people that needed it, but they didn't have like the it. Like I help people like what? Like I never want to
Got the
look
Make
down
fun of
IQ of
on
a
some.
gnat.
Yeah, I never want to look down on someone that has less than me. If anything, I want to help them. You know what I mean? So that because they're already down, they're already not right. You know what I mean? Like, so why would you want
well,
to?
you know,
How does it make you
because
feel
she's
good
so
that?
sad. Listen, because she's so sad and hateful at the fact that she can't be royalty, but what is the next thing she can do to make herself feel as though she's at a higher level that's closer to royalty? Look down on people who may be a little bit less fortunate or have a little bit less than she
And
has.
there's
Because
probably people in her chat that are getting assistance, and they'll still talk crap. Maybe I'm not. That's just my guess. I'm not accusing anyone, but for the people, I do have empathy for you because you're in a group and you feel like it's all love.
Oh, poor
But for
Lady
the
Letitia. Got no
but
content again. Needed to come here get content.
but
let
yet I want
let
her
her get it.
attention. But she come
Let
over.
her get it.
No, but she come over to my live now for the second time, says stupid things and leaves stupid things in the chat, will never hit a link and have an actual adult conversation with people that are half her
Of
age.
course
I think
not.
it's embarrassing for you. It's
Of
embarrassing
course
for you.
not.
And all you want to come over and do is troll. And the way that you troll is by shaming people, laughing at what? A great conversation like this one that we were listening to. Huh? Because you did not get out of life what you feel as though you desire to have. What do you want to be a princess? Do you want to be a queen?
No, I mean
Or
Golden, the
you
only
sit
word she
there
can spell and speak is maggot. It's her obsession. That's
Mm-hmm.
her
the disgust,
obsession.
the disgust for you to even address another young black lady as a maggot. You are filthy and disgusting. And that's what I think of you. And I don't care what you go on to say. And I sit there and I see you and the rest of the old bitter betties. And yeah, I'm using the word old today because you don't have the luxury of getting fine wine from me anymore. You're old and you're bitter. You're hateful and you're jealous. And I think you need to find something better to do. You have a decent life, it seems like. Why aren't you enjoying it? Why are you still unhappy? I think that speaks volumes about you and your life. And that's why you come on this platform to try to make other people miserable because you are miserable. And the only way, if you would listen to the content that you can find to make yourself happy, is if you look yourself in the mirror and see that you are the problem. And there are things about yourself that you need to change if you want better outcomes in your life, not picking on other people on the internet for fun like a grade school child.
And making up and the things that I heard, like it's like things have already been. I'm not going to say it, but things have already been straightened out. And it's like, why would you sit
Right,
there
you got your
and
content. Now get
yeah,
lost.
yeah. It's like the things you say is not the truth, and it's not even like the actual truth. And then you say it like it is, like it's gold, like this is what it is, and you don't even realize that things have already been hashed out between that,
Can you
and
hear
you're
me,
on.
Golden?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear both of y'all. I hear
Are you there?
Nafisa talking.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
Okay,
hear
yeah.
you
if
too.
and if you can't sleep, Letitia, play your soundtrack. That will put you to sleep straight away, no delay.
Oh man,
Mm.
Amani don't play.
At
But
all.
yeah, it's like the lies is what really disgusts me. Or if you just act like you don't know what has been hashed out already, but then you say it on your panel to people that don't know exactly what's going on, and then they take that for truth, and then that spreads around, and then certain people just act like they're not like that type of person to do that when that's exactly what you're doing. I couldn't even get through 10 minutes of it, but like because I've always supported her channel. I'm a member. I'm a member on your channel, sweetheart. You know what I mean? Like, but once in a while, you're not in the algorithm because I'm not like that's not all I look at. But once in a while, it'll pop up. You know what I mean? Because I never hated you or anything like that. But then when I see the lies straight out like that, because I know what you're saying is a lie, and you say it like it's gold, like it's true, and it's not.
She's a
And even
weirdo.
and the
She
things that
hates
she's
me
saying that
because
could
I
be
don't
true,
hate
it's like, why
Maggie.
would you even care about that? Why would you even care about that anyway? Why would you want to crap on someone like that? Why?
She hates me because I don't hate Maggie. I
Mhm.
won't pull myself to her low vibrational states. Yes, I may bump heads with people. I don't despise them. I don't call them out of their name. I'm not making these little ugly little characters on my channel to degrade someone. I
Yeah.
don't do those things. And
I,
you
I,
hate me only because I don't do that.
mhm.
He
It's
has
very
no reason
immature.
to hate me. We've had no fallout. I did nothing to Lady Letitia. That is the only reason why she dislikes me.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
she is double my age. Ma'am, can you please grow up? Grow all the way up. Do you listen to how the woman speaks? My son speaks more mature than her, and he's 3. Ma'am, I didn't want no smoke with you. I didn't want to argue with you and go back and forth with you. That was never my desire. But the nasty things that I've seen come from your platform, out of your mouth, and the vitriol that you hold towards people, I think it's warranted because there's something wrong with you. You're not happy. And there's a lot more dragging that I could do. And I'm telling you, it would be really funny.
Mm.
Mark Lawrence style. Okay? But I'm going to spare you that. Because I
And
already know you.
drag is spelled DRAG. Okay.
Thank you. And can you spell Imani for us? Attention.
Well, you know she's gonna mess up Imani's name because she knows that it bothers you. And the type of person that I am, I don't like giving people the that's why she pronounces, excuse me, Imani's name wrong because she knows it bothers you. That's why she does it. But anybody can
I
call
don't think
anybody
that's
whatever
why
name
she
they
does
want.
it.
That don't
I
bother me.
think
If you want to call somebody else
no,
their name, that
I
shows
don't.
you as a woman. I don't
I don't
care.
think that's why she does it. I think she literally spells her name wrong because she does not know how to spell it. That's what I
No, I
think.
mean no,
I
no, I mean when she pronounces it, what was she calling her? A man?
You know what? I don't need her to spell my name. I just need her to concentrate on something else. Yeah? Or play that song and get some sleep.
anyway. I guess she understood the assignment. Okay, ma'am, please do not come over here to this platform. Okay, because when you do, I don't think you're gonna like how you leave. Don't mess with us. We've already told you. Leave us alone. You know that you've been nasty work, and it's all because you have some type of real deep rooted hate in your heart for Maggie. And I think that's pretty pathetic. I think you have oh, wait a minute. Didn't school start for kids on Monday? Don't you got bigger and better things to be doing? And again, this is not talking about children. This is talking about your responsibilities as a mother. Why don't you focus on them and stop focusing on us and being so hateful towards people because you're unhappy in your life? And if you are unhappy and you need help, there are helplines. We post them on our channel all the time. So figure a better way out than attacking young people for no reason. I understand you done had your runs in with Maggie and the things and all of that. This has been about 2 years ago now. You got to let it go. You got to move on with your life. You got to do better. You do. Because this right here, this ain't working. It ain't working at all. And you have your little gaslighters that sit over there and your little cheerleaders that sit over there and they tell you that what you do is excellent. And it's not excellent. It's not excellent at all. Your content is not excellent. Your personality is not excellent. The things that you do and you say is not excellent. You're less than excellent. And if you had a real friend, they would tell you that because they would want you to be better. So, want to keep skating and living on a dream and flying on a magic carpet ride? You're not going to get nowhere with that. You're gonna stay right there where you at with people who don't want to see better for you because they probably don't even really like you. But you're not wise enough to open your mind and open your eyes and see that. Who would cheer somebody on to act and behave that way? There are people who don't care for you. You don't understand that? They don't care about your well being. You out here looking like a clown and they let you do it. They let you step up on your platform every single day and be a circus jester. And you're happy to do it. Meanwhile, they sitting back laughing at you.
If someone said that that someone was doing something or
Golden, they're
talking about,
soon going to be making the real house clowns of YouTube. And I think she's got a main character part in it. Because you are a real clown.
Right. Split can make you a song. Child, you can get a good old song, okay? Split can make you a song. But that song, whoever gave that to you, they didn't care about you. Because why would they want to put people to sleep on your live? And that's all that song does, is put people to sleep. So maybe you should connect with people with more skills and talents. I'm just saying. But like I said, if you want to come for us, child, you will get it. You will get it every single time. Do not come for us. And stop lying. You sat over there and you
Mhm.
continue to lie and run with the narrative that Imani said something ill about your daughter. She never did.
show a
She
receipt,
never
just
did.
listening to people that are lying or just making it
And
up herself.
that narrative, mean men, Miss Nancy, whatever it is you want to call yourself, you're not going to push that narrative at all. And how do you want to go about it? Do you want us to play the video? Do you want us to post the receipts, post the
No, I'll
screenshot?
just send the audio to YouTube Legal if she continues. Because I spoke to them today. Yeah? So carry on
That's
with
it.
your big
That's
bad
all.
self. Carry
No,
on
That is
I
clowning
mean,
around
if he
this
has a
this
receipt,
this app.
so if he has a receipt, play it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's only been lies.
nobody's gonna keep playing games with y'all like this, okay? So how you want to go about it? We can keep it cute, or we can get gangster. How you want to go about it? Which one? You make your choice. Should I put a poll up for that?
Here's your chips,
But
baby.
I want your attention, but you keep slipping and sliding over here into our lives. Why? Why? You bored? I don't think nobody really checking for that
Girl,
Meghan Markle content because all you doing is hating on that woman, and it's very obvious. You and your whole chat, y'all hate that woman because you want to be her. Be honest. So next,
for real.
find something else to talk about and do.
So just
Oh,
fuck a do off.
Oh,
child,
I get it. I get it. I get it.
we heard you try and talk about politics. You don't even know what the heck going on. Not at all.
You
Like
you didn't even know who Gavin Newsom was.
What?
The man
terrible.
who's the governor of the 10th largest economy in the world.
Wow.
You had to ask your chat. Does anybody know who Gavin Newsom
Of
is?
course.
Please. You're not even in our league. So you
I
need to
love
go
politics because it
away
shows what
and
they're
sit
doing to us.
down. Have several seats.
Wow.
My,
I
my,
mean,
my.
you know who Gavin Newsom, but you know who someone is from another country. Well, no, if you ask me, I think Megan's pretty. I always thought she was cute when I
It's
first saw
beautiful.
her.
She is beautiful, but the thing is, she is a biracial woman. She is married to a prince, and she is now royalty. These people want to be royalty. They are jealous because they don't understand how can a biracial woman get the likes of a Harry, right? And they wish that they could. Be honest about it. That's what you want for your life. That's what you want, but you
I
ain't
mean,
got that.
what did the girl ever really do if she's like, if she has a little bit, like, what does she like do to people? Which I don't understand the hate. I guess I don't. like that. I don't know. It's not like my.
Supposedly she's a mean girl. She can't be no more mean than Lady Letitia and her crew.
I mean, even
Who's
Tim
the mean?
Dillon was last night talking about. I don't understand like all of the hate. Like she married the prince, blah blah. Like,
Well, we got Lady Letitia out here poverty shaming people. Is that mean? Ain't she a mean girl too? She got we got Lady Letitia out here calling Maggie a maggot every chance that she get, making little cartoons, making her look like a little maggot bug.
I
Isn't
love
that mean
him,
girl?
but yeah,
So
I don't get it.
who's mean girl here?
But
That's all they
that's
ever
her
say.
content.
Oh,
That's what she does. Look, Lady Letitia, that's what you do. I've never had any hate for you, but every time when I hear you lying on Golden and Imani, when I hear it, it really just I'm just like, what is she? Is she listening to the wrong people at this point, or is she just doing this on purpose because it has attention? Or I don't.
It's attention starvation. She needs a hug and a real friend.
And look, if you're gonna say something about somebody like me, look, if I was low
Anyway, on
vibrational and I
that
like
note,
talking about people, I would have a receipt first. That's all I'm saying. If I'm low vibrational and I like talking to people, I think I'm smart enough to know here's this receipt. This person said this, here's a recording, here's the whatever, and then people can talk about it. Not somebody told me or I heard. It's so immature. And why do that? Why? You don't have any receipts. And look, if you do have a receipt that of all the things that you're saying, I'll admit that I'm wrong because that's the type of person that I am. But you don't.
well, we've wasted enough time on her. So y'all, let's just
We
go
really
ahead and
have.
get thoughts, about a little bit of what we seen from the live today, and what we overall took from it, and then we'll end it with a few bops. I know Imani's got to get out of here. It's late for her there. So yeah, we're not gonna waste time on these individuals. They
Mhm.
have their content. They came for what they needed. Good luck to you. I hope your content is great. Thanks for, coming on over and giving us some engagement, and go do what you typically do, right? Bite off of other people to find content so you can be interesting. Good luck to you. I hope it works out. Imani, you got a few things to say before we get up out of here, girl. Imani, we can't hear you, girl. See, they messing with my
Oh,
stuff.
I think her mic
It's
is
unmuted,
mute.
but I think they messing with
Oh,
our
is it?
stuff.
Are they
Yeah,
messing with it?
I think so. But
A lot
child,
of people's been
you
having
have
problems
to
with with StreamYard.
conspiracy
Oh
there.
no, she dropped down. She dropped down.
Yeah, I think she may come back up to finish it off
Okay.
or whatnot. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end this, y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us for all of this time. I hope y'all really enjoyed the conversation, in the interview with Tasha Smith and Angie Martinez. I think that, she brought a lot of prevalent things to the forefront as far as talking about, coming from humble beginnings, where you
Hmm.
can start, it can end, and how important that is in life for you to trust and believe in
Golden,
yourself to make it
sorry.
anyway. You back?
Golden, I just want to say a good night to everybody. Remember, we're too blessed to be stressed.
That's right.
Apologies for my language earlier. Ignore the foolishness. Keep your head on a swivel. Love you all, and I'll see
Yeah.
you on the next one.
Love you too. See you next time.
All right, my girl, get you some rest, and we'll talk to you on the next one. Thank you for coming. It's late there for her, but yeah, we
Yeah.
can finish it
The
on up,
sun is
girl.
still out here. The sun is all shining.
I know it's still bright here a little bit. It's about 7:06, so it's gonna get dark in a little bit. But
Yep.
yes, a little bit of sun up. But I'm just gonna go ahead and give some of my final thoughts here, girl, and then we're gonna end with some boppity bop bop bops and get the peoples up out of here, right? So as we sign off
Okay.
today,
Bye,
y'all.
everybody.
Oh, if you had some final things to say at the end, you could have, but if you want to go, you can
No,
too. I don't want
just the only thing I had to say was like, I can't control other people's platforms or what they say, but just I can say whatever I want here because you my sis, and if I was doing something and saying something so terrible about a person, I would never take anyone's word for it. I would have a receipt before I say something like that about someone. That's basically my thing right there with that. And I love that interview. It was beautiful, and I'm gonna go try to find it. Send me the link because I wanna hear, like, the rest of that story that she was saying about her job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I will put
Yeah.
the link in the chat here for y'all. I was thinking about doing a part two so we can kick it and vibe and listen to the rest of it. But if y'all just want to watch it on
Okay,
your own accord, go
yeah,
ahead
if
and
you
give
want
y'all the
part
link.
2, we could do a part 2,
Um,
you talking yeah, do a
That's
part
how
2
we
to that.
usually do. We do it like part one, part two with some of the longer interviews, because
Okay.
sometimes you gotta do it that way. Can't hold the peoples for too long.
Well, I
But
could wait.
let me go ahead and give y'all the link real quick. I'm gonna put it in the chat. If you want to watch on your own
Well, I
accord.
could wait if you're gonna do a part 2.
Yeah, I think I'll do a part two. I think it'll be fun, and then hopefully we won't have any technical difficulties or interruptions on the part two. But yeah, that's the link in the chat, y'all. If y'all want to catch that interview, shout out to Angie Martinez, and her podcast on IRL, and Tasha Smith, y'all. Love me some Tasha Smith, and again from my hometown, Camden, New Jersey. Shout out to Camden. I am not ashamed of where I come from, and
Neither
my
am
people.
I.
Child, they still there right now. My family, and I go back to see them all the time. Love it. But anyway, these are some of my final thoughts, y'all, before we get out of here. So let's let Tasha Smith's journey from hometown of Camden, New Jersey, to absolute peak of Hollywood settle deep into our spirit, right? First off,
Mhm.
let's talk about your origin story is never your limitation. It is your launch pad. So Tasha proves to us that true transformation happens when you stop waiting for validation and you start mastering your craft in private. Success isn't built on luck or overnight hype. It is forged in the quiet hours through relentless preparation, acute self awareness, and unshakable commitment to personal growth. When you anchor your mind with daily meditation, guard your inner peace, and align every single step with an unyielding faith in whatever or whoever it is you believe in, for us, it's God, you become utterly unstoppable. No closed door, no setback, or no background can cancel the divine purpose over your life. So stop playing small with the gifts that you've been given. Own your story. Step boldly into every room like you belong there. Build with intentionality and move with unstoppable purpose. We love and we appreciate every single one of you. And we ask y'all to do what we trying to do. Keep staying grounded, keep rising. And y'all, we will see y'all on the next broadcast. But that's all I got for my ending. You got a few things you want to say, Nafisa, before we end it with a ball?
No matter what, there's always gonna be love all throughout my heart, no matter what. No matter what anyone says or does to anyone that I love or whatever they do, I will never let any hate taint me. I'll have mistakes, but I will never let any hate taint me, and I wanna be around people that are like that, and that's why I'm here.
Thank you, girl. And it's always such a great time when you come and Imani comes and we all kicking it. And we're going to be kicking it with more people because
That's
this is
right.
about unity. And that's what we've been striving for. And that's what we're going to get, man. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got on this, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end us out with some tunes and some jams, and I will see y'all on the next live. Thank each and every one of you for coming out and spending portions of your day with us. It is much appreciated. Whether you was here in the chat kicking it with us, or you was just laying back in the cut listening, we can feel your presence from there as well. And the bush dwellers, I hope you got what you needed. Take it back, run it back, send it back, do with it what you may. Anyway, y'all. Everybody have a great rest of the evening. This is Golden, Imani, and Nafisa. And we are out. Bye.
Bye.
Funny thing about hate, the people that say they can't stand you know everything about you. Every live stream, every post, every move. That's not hate, that's obsession. Run it. Why you watching me if you don't like me? Why are you clocking me? Every upload, every stream, every word I speak. You know my whole life better than the folks that sit with me. Why you watching me? Talking crazy, but you boosting me. You call it hate, I call it free publicity. You in the comments every day promoting me. Why you watching me? You say I'm fake, but you never miss a show. Notifications on front row, screenshot queen. Got folders on your phone, studying my life while neglecting your own. Every week another rumor gets spun. Same five people talking under everyone, claiming that they win it, claiming that they won. But somehow I'm still the topic every month. Ain't that funny? You know my schedule, you know my guests, you know my circle, you know my steps. Know every sentence, know every laugh, know every live stream, from beginning to last. Girl, that's work. Should've sent the resume. Spent 10 years watching me and still ain't get paid. Meanwhile, I'm building while you sitting in rage, trying to stop my shine while giving me engagement. Why you watching me if you don't like me? Why are you clocking me? Every upload, every stream, every word I speak. You know my whole life better than the folks that sit with me. Why you watching me? Talking crazy, but you're boosting me. You call it hate, I call it free publicity. You in the comments every day promoting me. Why you watching me? Yeah, YouTube streets got detectives on patrol. Whole channel better run another woman's goals. Breaking down thumbnails, breaking down clothes, breaking down friendships, breaking down souls. Talking all day but accomplishing none. Living through drama like it's oxygen. Trying to recruit every bit of little frame, building fake armies that collapse in the end. See, I learned something. Misery needs company. Happy people don't spend years on a hunting spree. Successful folks ain't checking who I talk to. Successful folks too busy making boss moves. The math ain't mathing. Let's be factual. If I was irrelevant, why you so attached to me? If I was finished, why you still react to me? You built your platform off reacting to me. I don't fear criticism. Criticism helps people grow. But obsession, that's different. Imagine waking up every day to monitor somebody you claim you don't like. That's not power, that's a prison. And you built the cell yourself. Yeah. God got me walking and I know who I am. Can't no comment section cancel God's plan. People throw stones when they don't understand, but every attack on the strength is to stand. I pray for my enemies, wish them healing too, cause carrying that much anger got a cost to you. While you counting my blessings, I'm counting mine. While you studying my life, I'm improving mine. See the difference? One road builds, one road destroys. One creates peace, one just creates noise. And when the camera's off and the live stream ends, you still gotta face yourself, my friend. Why you watching me if you don't like me? Why are you clocking me? Every upload, every stream, every word I speak. You know my whole life better than the folks that sit with me. Why you watching me? Keep talking, keep posting, keep obsessing, keep proving my point. Some people spend their whole lives trying to become somebody. Others spend their whole lives watching somebody become somebody. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. Don't make eye contact. I move like truth in a crowded room, unnoticed, until it's too late. Snap, snap, file one. hypocrisy. File 2, rejection. File 3, denial. Let's open the case. Let's open the case. Yeah. Look in the mirror, don't dodge that truth. All that preaching, but your hands stay loose. Talk accountability till it points at you. Then it's silence when the receipts come through. Karma, don't forget no names. Every screenshot still plays the game. You throw dirt, but you stay the same. I just let facts do all the flame. Yeah, I seen the shift when the narrative flip. Same voices loud, but they edited clips. Talking moral high ground with a shaky grip. Why they hide their own past in a broken zip. I don't need opinions, I read between lines. Watch how they switch when the pressure aligns. One day love, next day they sign on a pylon wave just to feel the line. But I came from blocks where the real don't fold, where you stand on truth even when it gets cold. Y'all build on hype, I build on soul. Then watch the whole story unfold. Yeah, I see it. Don't act holy now. Record scratch, click, 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 click. Look in the mirror, don't dodge that truth. All that preaching, but your hands stay loose. Talk accountability till it points at you. Then it's silence when the receipts come through. Karma, don't forget no names. Every screenshot still plays the game. You throw dirt, but you stay the same. I just let facts do all the flame. Now let's talk energy, let's talk intent. How every movement got the angle is spent. One voice sparks it, then the mob gets sent. But nobody asks where the truth really went. Funny how justice only loud when it's safe, but goes real quiet when it's their own case. I don't chase clout, I don't need that space. I let silence expose what they erase. You can't build real or fake outrage. Can't write truth from a scripted page. Karma's patient, don't rush that stage. But when it lands, it clears the cage. File closed. But the mirror still open. Snap. Yeah. Yeah. This internet different. People losing peace, losing sleep, losing themselves. And some folks turn pain into content. Sad little game. Fetch, throw 'em a bone, now the whole pack's stirring. Whole chat room alive, all the timeline's turning. Throw 'em a bone, now they swear they bold. Till them legal letters make the whole vibe cold. Shame, shame, shame. What a gang, gang, gang. Everybody hungry for a quick little flame. Selling up they soul, just to mention a name. Look at them, yeah. I toss one crumb and the circus awake. Same folks lurking every move I make. Views look tight, so they reach for bait. Then disguise obsession, that's commentate. Funny, y'all don't care who pushed to the brink. Long as outrage trend and the numbers still blink. People taking losses left, right every week, but compassion disappear when attention peak. That's pitiful. Whole panels gossiping night to night. Green lights glow, but the spirit ain't right. Everybody loud to reality bite. Then suddenly everybody wanna talk healing online. Too late for the speeches. Let me hand you a mirror. Take a look real clear. Eyes tied so warm, still chasing applause from strangers every year. That's rough. See, I go toe to toe, I ain't scared to smoke. But the law moves smoother than the loudest joke. If the part these clowns don't really know why they stream emotions. Paperwork, bro, I kept warning, kept giving grace. Kept letting things slide just in case. Now, pressure different. Everybody brave till accountability knocked. The screenshots lined up and the channel stopped. Now the same folks whispering, let's all heal. After years trying to spin pain into a real amazing. Internet courage fade real fast. When attorneys start organizing the past. Now every live stream move tense and mad. Like maybe we should chill. Yeah, imagine that. Throw 'em a bone, now the whole pack's stirring. Whole chat room alive, all the timelines turning. roll. Took them legal letters, make the whole vibe cold. Shame, shame, shame. What a gang, gang, game. Everybody hungry for a quick little flame. Selling out they soul, just to mention the name. This platform ruthless, let's call it exact. People break down publicly, folks profit off that, then act confused when the energy crack, like humanity vanished behind clicks and stats. That's the sickness, and honesty, the saddest part ain't even the hate, it's the emptiness, the need to wake up every day, hoping somebody else fall apart publicly, so your own life feel louder for a minute. Couldn't be me, I build your hover. Big difference. This internet got folks spiritually starving, and every now and then I throw them a bone just to watch you come running. Every single time, same clowns. Fetch. Yeah. Everybody got a version of me. But this is my truth. Oh, yeah, yeah. Everybody got opinions, never ask me who I am. Read one page, close the book, now they think they understand. They call my kindness weakness, my forgiveness being blind. But I just refuse to let this cold world steal my shine. I've been stabbed in the back, still I lead with love. Lost a lot of people, still I look above. Smile through the pressure, I survive the rain. Turn my tears into diamonds, turn my losses into gain. Don't mistake my silence for not seeing. Peep every vibe, every switch, every reason. Real power knows when to leave without making a scene. I'm misunderstood, it's alright, God's still right. Every line, I'm more than labels, more than pain, more than every rumor attached to my name. If you really wanna know me, walk beside me, not behind me, not around me. Yeah, I'm multifaceted, diamonds got more than one side. Some days I'm the storm, some days I'm the sunrise. I make my own choices, I stand on my own feet. Can't nobody live my purpose or rewrite my dreams. God gave me free will, I'm gonna use mine. If I stumble, I get up every single time. I answer to my conscience in heaven above. Not strangers who mistake my beat for giving up. I won't scream to fit your comfort, I won't dim to feed your ego. If freedom looks different, then let me be different. Still I'm standing, still believing, still becoming. Maybe if we listen before we judge, we discover we all carry invisible scars. So before you decide who somebody is, learn what they survived. It's all, it's for every soul who's ever felt misunderstood. Misunderstood. They don't know her like I do. Nah. She moved through the city with her hair held high. Pretty brown skin with a storm inside. Everybody see the glow, they don't know the pressure. Smile so warm, but her heart no weather. Late nights riding while the skyline blur. Trying not to cry when the memories occur. Had to learn fast, everybody ain't loyal. Some people love you long as they control you. Now she move careful, energy expensive. Too many fake vibes hiding in the friendship. Used to give love with her hands wide open. Now every scar got the whole vibe frozen. They don't know her like I. No, they don't know her like I. She goes by golden. Soft voice, deep soul, hope or glowing. She goes by golden. City lights dancing with her heart stay open. Long dark road, but she still stay focused. Everybody watching, but they don't really know her. By golden. Too much grace with the games they throwing. Real love, rare, so spirits they got it. Beautiful soul, but the pain left marks in it. Mirror tell the truth when the lights go dim. All the things she carry weight heavy within. She survived nights she don't even speak on. Still finding peace while the whole world ain't wrong. Funny how the love disappear when you're healing. Funny how the fate come around when you win. Now she trusts God more than people intend. Just cause smiles hot and being hidden in the deep. She's still soft-hearted but she way less naive. Can't keep pouring love but there's nothing received. Still dancing slow through the hurt and confusion. Trying not to lose herself chasing illusions. She survived the fire. Still glowing through the smoke. Still sad. Still dangerous. Still chosen. She goes back golden. Snow so deep made the whole room notice. Heavy lies couldn't break what was chosen. Still standing tall while the whole world folding. She goes back golden. Heartbreak turned to pen cinematic. Now the tears got rhythm when she's singing. And they still don't know her like that. They still don't know her like that. Spend too much time looking for love in strangers. Spend too much time. Spend too much time letting outside voices shake the mirror. But at the end of the night, when the lights fade, when the city quiet, when the tears dry, we still go.